All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're live. We're going to get into PHILO here. A good day of bouncing. Some very great plays right off the jump. So that was good. I'm a little under the weather, but we are still going to have our PHILO. You can't stop it, baby. But the market's pretty chill. I want to look for a reason. Somebody was asking me, why are we going up? There was like peace talks and a couple of other things, but you could blame it on oversold or other subjective reasons. But I've been saying here, it doesn't really matter why we moved today because you need it to continue. And what I mean by that is what I've been telling you all week. It doesn't really matter why we're up or down because you are not out of the woods. So we have yet to string together 2 consecutive days. You are still in this weird correction zone. If today's a bounce, it'll be a bounce. But until this starts turning into 2-3 days in a row, I still don't think you are out of the woods just yet, my friends. So I hope you guys are feeling good. It's time for PHILO, though, now. Maybe the market comes down on PHILO. I don't know. You don't know me. That was a good song, bro. It's a good song. But, yeah, I got a quick little PHILO. I do want to read. I think I could read. Like, my voice doesn't hurt. I just got, like, a sore throat. And, like, I was just telling the Twitch, bro, I'm, like, wobbly. Every time I've stood up today to go pee, I feel like I am, like, throwing a horseshoe of tobacco. I remember that when I was a kid. It's wild, actually. But other than that, I could read. Yeah, I could read, and that's about. I could talk still. It's kind of odd. I don't know. This is like a weird little, like I don't know what it is, bro. It's kind of weird. Bro, I was gonna go to Miami again today. You know that? But then I said no, I can't go anymore. I'm tired. I said I went last. I need to go to bed, bro. You found 5 years of friendship. She lied to you. Move on, bro. I told you that a while ago. Trust me. Just move on. Ignore it. Get over it. Find somebody else. You got a blessing in disguise. But if you focus on it, you're gonna be don't be the guy. God trying to hand you something way better, but you mad about what was just lost. So I promise you, I've seen it from what you even sent me. Just move on, dude. Trust me. That girl is no good. No good at all. We've read all these C.S. Lewis's 10 chapters on how the devil and how the strategy of a demon, if he cannot get to you, the best thing is to use a partner, is to use something around and to put you through this, have your mind on that. So believe me, man, that's why I appreciate a lot of the chads. That's why I don't like it. I don't like when people hit me with fake shit. But, when you lose people, if you lose them for the right reason, and they're doing some weird shit, don't ever be sad. It's a blessing because you would be much better off with what you want around you and people who value you the same way that you value them. So, yeah. But I told you, remember, go look at the email from when you first sent me. I told you, just move on, ignore that girl. Just don't even trip, bro. I already know that's a winding road of weird people, and I think you're a lot better than that, my brother. So you move on and forward and watch. I'll even show you a video after the bell. I saw a meme video if I could find it, but let me send this out. Hey, you're kind of coming down. I wouldn't until we get headlines. Otherwise, I'm just holding that Nivda put. You're going through it right now. I'm just saying, bro. Like, any of you, if you are a Chad and you are a man and you are in a relationship or dealing with somebody and you mean to tell me they did you dirty, why the fuck do you feel any badness at all? Does that make sense? have zero mixed feelings. You don't need to. I know maybe you're lonely or sad. I've been there. But no, have zero empathy or sympathy. That is a gift from the Lord. Like I'm telling you, bro, every single person in my life where again, you will try to keep people and try to do good to people and all they do is bad to you. My brother, you don't ever feel bad anymore. Trust me, if you're I think some of you are really nice people. And again, early on in my life, I had to learn this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not speaking to you as if I haven't made this mistake. I actually tell you this so confidently because I'm telling you, you're going to lose way more than you think you will lose by playing this little game with shitty people. Does that make sense? I promise you. Just in my life, somebody does you wrong, especially if it's like a romantic partner, a bitch, a girl, a guy, whatever you want, bro. They're gonna fuck you up, dude. I promise you. And if you let it slide once, they're going to fuck you up. I promise. So right now, you should, my mama answers always told me, if somebody show you their true colors, believe them the first time. That's it. It's crazy how many of you are like, wow, I'm going through that. Well, listen, it's the best gift in your life right now if you could use it. If you actually recognize it and you grow from it, it'll be a little challenging, but quite frankly, I would have zero emotions or feelings. You'll feel it in the beginning, but you deep down, the truth is you didn't do anything. If you didn't do anything wrong and they did wrong to you, I would move on and enjoy the goodness of what it is. And be grateful you learned it earlier rather than later. 100%. But don't feel bad. Don't feel uneasiness. Oh, I don't know what to do. No, the situation just showed you what to do, like perfectly. You're like, oh, I don't know if God this. No, it's perfect. Look at exactly what just happened. You know the reality. Yo, alt is popping. That could be a buyout. Alt. Ooh. You might as well just buy the shares, but let me... Oh. I might have got a cheap one. I put in an order. I got kind of cheap, but yeah, it looks like a buyout. That's too big. That's way too big. Okay, I'm already up. All right, perfect. Kept it small. Oh, I don't know what it is, though. I didn't do it daily. I did a March 21st. I did one extra week. That's huge, though. I don't know if they halted it or not. Oh, well. We'll see. Long time still here, baby. Amen. I'm going to let you finish, but listen, Baker's the best damn real estate agent in the game. Amen, baby. I love it. She said thanks for putting me in touch with Dane. Like I said, man, this is the vision I had in mind. I think Chad's working with Chad's. A little bit of distributism. But I like it. Like I said, man, and I hope you guys use each other in the future forever. And I hope you guys build your communities with each other and with the right principles. And I hope you all do well and have each other's interest in mind, like I have tried to show you. So, amen. I'm glad she sent me the same exact email, bro. She's like, Dane, thank you for putting me in touch with Dane. Another chance become a homeowner, baby. Yeah, dude, a lot of house deals have closed with the Chad. Carson, he's in escrow, but I think it's going to close. But amen. All right, my plays are free on alt. I bought them for 12, sold them at 25. I got one more left. But nice. I have no idea what it is. Then MP Dub's moving around. Massachusetts? Yeah, Kyle. Mr. Crocker. He's a hustler, too. He's in Massachusetts area. Shoot the email. But yeah, so we are supposed to get into philo. I didn't think I was going to give you an impromptu don't feel bad if somebody did you wrong speech, but I think some of you needed it, and that's good. And I mean it, though. I'm being dead serious. Don't you ever waste an ounce of sadness on somebody who did you dirty like that, okay? For real, you just move on and ignore them. Block everything. Don't even look at their shit. Just move on. Watch. If you do that and you don't get way better, I would be shocked. Way better everything. If you don't make more money, if you don't find somebody better, if everything doesn't get increasingly better, I would be shocked. Only way it gets worse is if you fucking just stay stuck in it like it's mud. And then you're going to waste your time and go cuckoo and be emotional. Amen. Amen. What's this? Oh, nice. Ooh, what's this? I got Dunkin'? I just want the drink. My girl just brought me a drink. Ooh. I'm not eating that. That looks amazingly disgusting and good at the same time. I'm not hungry. I can't eat. I'm dead. WPP. Flush. Do you want to stream? Can you stream? Can you stream? You just talk. You just tell them you gotta. Can you read a book? Do you know how to read? Oh, okay. She's glaring at me now. Never mind. She knows how to read, you guys. She knows how to read English. Okay. She just walked away. Okay. Never mind. I was close. She said, "What do I have to do?" That was the closest I've ever gotten. Ah. Well, I already sent out the philo. All right, let me go pee real quick, and then we'll begin.
Saying that he strongly requested to President Putin that their lives be spared. An interesting moment here as we wait to hear something more concrete from Putin when it comes to a ceasefire or this 30-day truce. We've heard a lot of conditions suggested from Moscow that would be considered non-starters in Kyiv. This all happening, of course, as NATO's Secretary General visits Washington on the heels of President Zelensky's visit. Mark Rutte, right at this time yesterday, was with President Trump in the Oval Office following that meeting and their conversation about not just Ukraine, but America's commitment to NATO. He stopped by Bloomberg here for a conversation earlier today on Bloomberg surveillance. Let's listen.
He was absolutely clear. There was no room for doubt there. And he did, by the way, state the same when he was meeting with Macron, the French president, and with Starmer, the British prime minister, 2 weeks before. So I tell some of my European colleagues when they say, well, is the US still connected and committed to NATO? I tell them you might want to turn on your television and listen to the president when he says this. Because he was on the record, and again yesterday, stating this. So I have no doubt, and there is no reason to doubt that.
Did you see Elon Musk yesterday? Were there any individuals at this table that you had to convince for the reasons why the U.S. should be a part of the alliance?
Elon was not there, but in the conversation there was nobody there doubting the need for alliance. But, of course, everybody very much pushing for more spending, and particularly on the European side, because we are lacking behind, but luckily we are now ramping up, and we're spending much more on the European side of NATO. Look what is happening now in Germany. This is staggering, potentially €500 billion euro/dollars extra on defense spending. That's historic.
So the Germans have reached this morning reporting out of Germany on this debt package. As you say, there's going to be a lot more money coming out of Germany for defense.
It looked positive, I think. They had to deal with the Greens, but it seems that they're getting there.
Yeah, it seems like they're getting there, and there will be an agreement in place. There is a debate, though, when it comes to Europe, or whether or not Trump is helpful because of things like this. The Germans are finally starting to spend on things like defense, not having to outsource it to the United States. Or is Trump unhelpful because he really is shaking up the global order, not just when it comes to militarily, but also things like tariffs. Yesterday, 200% on European wine, champagne, and cheeses. How do you view his impact on the continent?
I think when it comes to defense spending, he is extremely helpful. And I told him yesterday, Trump 45, again, his first term. We had pledged in 2014 to go to the famous 2%. Nothing happened. He came in 16, 17. And then immediately you see the defense spending coming up. Now the aggregate amount is about 700 billion, going into 1 trillion extra. That was Trump 45. Now the second Trump presidency, he is only in his 50th days now, I think, or 51st day. We have seen 800 billion from the Europeans. We have seen this half-trillion package from the Germans, but also the Brits, the Swedes, the Czechs, the Belgians, so many others ramping up. And this is because they sense that with Trump in the White House, this is necessary, but also, of course, because we all realize in Europe and here in the US that Russia and China pose a threat. And that we have to rearm ourselves because they are doing this at an incredible pace.
But on trade, he definitely is ratcheting up the tension when it comes to trade policy, tariffs with the European Union. Does that send the wrong message to NATO adversaries?
Well, I would leave that to the EU.
I am muted. Yeah, I am. I did the claps and everything. Damn it. There it is. There it is. Ah. There it is. Wow. Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, it's time for PHILO. I got it. I got a good one. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to read it. C.S. Lewis. We're going to go screw tape. I'm jumping ahead again. But I like this one. And they're easy to read. That's why, so I've been dropping some heavy ones on you. Like G.K. Chesterton is not an easy read. You guys know that, right? I hope you guys can appreciate that. Because, I be mixing in some easy ones for you. But then, we be reading some complex shit sometimes. So, G.K. Chesterton is a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot. Even some of the other, even Mere Christianity. I love it. It's very, very good. But, it's a lot. The beauty about... I think Screw Tape is that it's very simple. That's why this had it's a fiction book. It's they've adapted this book into a movie. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. I don't know Screw Tape is I think it's what was it? It's a cassette. And then that's the name of one of the main demons or something. There's a lot. There's a double entendre to it, but essentially it's just demons in training. It's a school for demons, and then there's the head demon, and then again, that's Screw Tape, and then he relieves these notes for the demons in training and then follows their journeys. It's a very entertaining look at it all, above all else, spirituality, and I think the lessons in life are real. That's why C.S. Lewis is so great, because he could tell you a fictional story with very real elements. That's why... literally, Chronicles of Narnia is such a creative hit, because whether you know it or not, it's about Jesus, whether you realize it or not. Again, this could be an entertaining movie, whether or not you really knew what was at hand, and then you'd be like, damn, that applies to real life. But today, there's a good one. We're going to talk about cowards, and then we're going to talk about courage. And pride and hatred. Amazing things of life, right? Oh, yeah. But before I do that, I'm going to give you the intro, okay? And you know what your intro is? It sucks. Before I started feeling sick yesterday, I was in the shower, and I was having my post-gym shower. Nothing beats that, bro. I feel alive. And I'm sitting in there and I'm thinking about what I was telling you guys on stream. And then I was like, how I feel. Then I was thinking about God. And then I had the realization about the gym and spirituality. because they say it before. I've heard Bible verses on it. They've compared spirituality to physical endurance, or physical training. But do you guys remember what I've been telling y'all yesterday and a couple days before? I told any of y'all who want to go to the gym, I was telling you, if you are going to go to the gym, just don't do everything except for legs and abs, and you won't even get that tired. And I was telling you guys how I went a long time skipping legs and abs, right? Do you guys remember that? And it's true. I skipped legs and abs for a while. And I would work out. I was able to bench a lot. I'm in shape. I look good, but I neglected legs and abs as part of my workout routine. Why? Because they're hard, challenging. I was weak at them. And yeah, I just didn't. I was like, well, I could do without them. And I did for a while. Right? But now, what do you think? Because then I was like, damn, I feel stronger now. And I feel good. Like, I'm sick now, but, like, you guys have no idea. Like, I'm like, wow, my legs, like, I still feel like an old man a little bit, but I feel way more in control. I could do other workouts a lot easier. I'm like, wow, damn, like, core, bro. Core, legs, I'm like, okay, this is important. So, yeah, like I told you, if you guys want to go to the gym, if you skip legs and abs, it's a lot easier. But then when you start doing it, it's going to take a lot from you. But now, do you know what it is? What do you think I'm going to say now? I told you I do my little prayers in the shower. And I sit there and I'm like thinking about it. And I just get this thought spiritually. And I'm like, I wonder spiritually where my legs and core are at. Yeah. And then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wow, I wonder what I've done in this life that I've treated spiritually like I treated like my core. And then I wondered where I treated things like my legs. So, it's easy to say foundation, and I feel y'all on that. But I want you all to think about that this weekend. You probably got a spiritual muscle or group that you worked out very well, right? You probably got something you're good at. That's what you guys got to realize. Like, some of you, you have a better gift of being nice. Some of you, that's why you have situations where it's used against you. That's why in relationship stuff, some of you guys are more vulnerable because you're nice. You have that as a gift. Some of you guys could handle discernment a lot better, right? Everybody has something spiritually. Again, giving, not being greedy, not being selfish. Again, honoring your parents. Some of you are better or worse at that. Honoring your wife, husband, your partner. Some of you are better or worse at that. So think about what you're strong at. But I do want you to think about it, and maybe go to the gym too if you like. But think about where your core and abs are. Where are the muscles you have actually neglected? And it's okay, because guess what? I neglected my abs and my legs for a while, but I was still healthy. I still made progress. But there was a level I was missing. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think you're a bad person if you skipped core day spiritually. I don't think you're a bad person if you skip leg day spiritually. I'm just saying, though, you got to start thinking about it, because now if you're like, man, I want to do more. Man, the harvest is plenty. Great. Well, have you taken care of what you already have? If not, then don't ask me for shit. What are you asking God for? Why are you asking God to give you more if you ain't going to use what you already have? You want God to give you more responsibility, but where have you not lived up to the responsibility? Oh, I don't know if you want to hear this or not, but I'm going to say you got to think about that this weekend, bro. And it's a cool game. It's a cool thing because this isn't negative, dude. It's very simple. You handle, you show responsibility, you get more. Simple. That's all. You asking for more, you better handle what you have now. And that's it. Are you going to handle it or not? It's a yes or no. I want more. Okay, handle what you already have then. Boom. There you go. That's step one. Or not. You say, no, I'm not. I want more, but I'm going to neglect things I already have. That's the answer, dude. But think about it. God, there's no emotions about it. The world doesn't care what you choose, but you got to choose. So think about that one today or for the next couple of days. But you got a whole weekend. Know what you're good at. Know what you're strong. And that's the other thing, too. Remember the fake humble. Don't let anybody tell you what you're not strong at. So you're good at something. I guarantee it. You have a talent and you have a skill and probably a spiritual gift. Don't feel ashamed of it. You see what I'm saying? The humble should push you forward. It should not make you question your aim or, oh, am I this or that? No, you should know who you are. That's what I'm saying. Knowing your strengths and weakness, it's always a good thing. But do both. Do both, my friends. But now, chapter 29. My dear Wormwood, now that it is certain the German humans will bombard your patient's town and that his duties will keep him in the thick of danger, we must consider our policy. Are we to aim at cowardice or at courage, with consequent pride, or at hatred of the Germans? So he's saying this guy's about to go through an attack. This guy is literally about to be in danger. What should we do? The demon says, what's the strategy? Some of you have just faced some of the hardest things in your life, or maybe you will in the future. And the demon is going to debate on whether to make you a coward, make you courageous so that pride hits you, or fill you with hatred. Oh, y'all don't feel me. Tell me that's not where problems happen, though. I don't know if y'all feel me on that. Coward, courage, or hate. Those are your potential options. Let me see. Those alts are still up. I need to look at the SPY real quick. Yeah, those 569s came down. Perfect. You could, if you still think you're in melt up, 569 at 50, you could double dip now. However, if it takes another, and these are all for tomorrow, Monday. If it takes like another 30 minutes, these could come down to like, I think 32 would be the sweet spot. But this is a decent contract. I flipped this one, and then we did the 570s. I'm not in it, but I'm watching that one. So while I'm reading, I'm going to wait. If that does its thing, there you go. Or you could go now, but it's a little riskier now because it's still the same price after 4 hours. So if you get a drop, those things will get washed. But yeah, man. Cowardice, courage, or pride. Or excuse me, hatred. It's big. It's big. But again, too, man, don't forget these things. You know, I was thinking about all the good PHILOs we've had from GK to CS. And that's why, you guys, don't forget them. You know, even when you guys are telling me about what you're going through, like, do you want me to read them all? I think I might have to, because I thought I went hard on it on the last two, but dude, like, again, half of this book that I'm reading you, C.S. Lewis, half of it is about how a partner will ruin your life if you let it, or it will make your life better. You don't remember that? Again, that's the whole point. This isn't a negative thing. Men, women in your life are not a bad thing. It will actually benefit you if you get the right one with the right standard. Men, women, listen up. Raise your standard and do not settle with who you choose to spend the rest of your life with. And you will get it. I know we live in a world, in a society that tells you no, 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 or this, and look at how everybody is. No, promise you. That is what God has for you. But this is where I'm saying, though, don't forget these things. Because even right now, bro, when you go through a problem, all of you are going to be tempted with either being a coward, being a prideful fool because of courage, or being filled with hatred. Think about it. Well, I'm afraid of no good trying to make him brave. Our research department has not yet discovered, though success is hourly expected, how to produce any virtue. This is a serious handicap. To be greatly and effectively wicked, a man needs some virtue. What would Attila have been without his courage, or Shylock without self-denial as regards the flesh? But as we cannot supply these qualities ourselves, we can only use them as supplied by the enemy. And this means leaving him a kind of foothold in those men whom otherwise we have made most securely our own. A very unsatisfactory arrangement, but I trust we shall one day learn to do better. Yeah, that is very crazy. And I hope you understand it. Demons can't make virtues. However, virtue is needed if you want to create wickedness. We already know this, because what do? You twist it. The right thing and you get it the wrong way. That's how you twist the virtue. Courage is a good thing. But again, Attila the Hun, sometimes courage will lead you to becoming a mass murderer. Yes or no? I would argue Hitler was courageous. Do you get the whole point? The demons are like, we can't manufacture a virtue. Courage is a virtue. But the goal is because not everybody has courage. Some people are timid. So that's if that's not in the person, they can't use courage as a tool. Some of you, if you have never been courageous, I don't think you're going to get tempted by being courageous. You see what I'm saying? If anything, your temptation is going to be to run away. Others of you have that courage. That's why your temptation is like, no, I should fight. It's the same. Think about it. The guy who wants to squabble, if you're in a street fight, someone pushes you, you have courage, and you already very used to fight, you're going to want to fight. If you're timid, you're going to run away. It's the same thing now with virtue in the same respect. I mean, I think some of you should think about this for your trading. Why? Because some of you, your mistake is running away. Your mistake is you give in to the cowardice every time. And then vice versa. Some of your mistake is you have no budget control. You know why? You're courageous. I promise you, lack of budget control goes hand in hand with courageousness. That's why you're like, I have the courage. I know my budget. I am aware of my budget. But this one will be it. I will take the risk, and I know thy risk. Okay, man. Yeah. No, for real, though. So I'm saying, man, I don't know what you believe, but you might get some practicality. Hatred, we can manage. The tension of human nerves during noise, danger, and fatigue make them prone to any violent emotion. And it's only a question of guiding them this susceptibility into the right channels. If conscience resists, muddle him. Let him say that he feels hatred not on his own behalf, but on that of the women and children. And that a Christian is told to forgive his own, not other people's enemies. In other words, let him consider himself sufficiently identified with women and children to feel hatred on their behalf, but not sufficiently identified to regard their enemies as his own, and therefore proper objects of forgiveness. Hatred. So there's demons say hatred we like. We could control that easier. But what do they want you to do? Because some of you have hatred, but you don't have any enemies. There's people in this world walking around with no enemies, but they have hatred. You hate all the Russians because of what they did to Ukraine. You hate all the Ukrainians for what they did to Russia or taking money. Go through all. Do you get it? Oh, you're not mad at anything of that the government did, but now you're mad about how they treated so-and-so. I'm going to just skip all the bullshit so you guys can understand this. Do you want to understand the problem with identity politics? That's what he's talking about. Do you want to know the problem with this identifying hatred that isn't yours? Seriously, do you know what it is? When you take someone's problem and you take on their enemy as your own, even though you don't have that as a direct enemy to you, do you know what the problem is with that? Apple Siri chief calls delays ugly in meeting, promises fixing. Oh, is that why they have a Raul? Yeah, apparently one of the chief said the new Siri thing is ugly. It's not a feeling of being included, no. Do you want to know what the problem is with this? It's a danger that nobody really recognizes. It's actually terrible, and it explains why we are all so nasty to each other on the internet and in this modern world. It really does. Because we have identity politics. You have a lot of people taking on other people's problems and getting mad on other people's behalfs while they live their nice little cushy lifestyle. Or it has nothing to do with them. No. Look at it. No one's answered it. He said it. It's not dehumanizing. It's not. Think about it. What is the problem if I make an enemy out of somebody who's not really my enemy or doesn't even actually go after me? Yeah, thank you. You're close. You got it. You got it. There's no way to solve it. Better yet, there's no one to forgive. That's the problem. That's why we're all of us have zero mercy towards each other. That's exactly why. Because what are you really mad about? It's not a problem that affected you. It was someone else. So then you take on this enemy that never really enemied you, but you have no one to really forgive. You take on someone's hatred, you have nobody to forgive. Think about it. There's zero solution. And that's how they get you hatred. That's how they get you in this. Very simple. No, Elon doesn't need this PHILO. You're banned. You know why? Because the PHILO is for you, all of you individually. If you're listening to a PHILO and you're thinking about somebody else, you fucked up. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Hatred, but hatred is best combined with fear. Cowardice, alone of all the vices, is purely painful. Horrible to anticipate. Horrible to feel. Horrible to remember. Hatred has its pleasure. It is therefore often the compensation by which a frightened man reimburses himself for the miseries of fear. Bar. The more he fears, the more he will hate. And hatred is also a great anodyne for shame. To make a deep wound in his charity, you should therefore first defeat his courage. That's it. That's crazy. Fear compensates the pain of cowardice. It makes sense. If I said, can you think of a moment where you were a coward? Can you all do it? Can you think of the time in your life you were a coward? And now, would you say you don't ever want to feel like that again? Would you say it was a horrible feeling? Even remembering it, you're kind of like, Yeah, that's what he's saying. But he's saying that's why it has a high cost. Shame of being a coward, it's expensive. That's why the best way to pay for it is with fear. Hatred, technically. Because then hatred, you feel good. You ever yell at somebody and you feel good? Well, there you go. So the more he fears, the more he hates. That's why they're saying, let's first defeat his courage. Then you make him scared, and before you know it, there you go. We got a hateful person. Now this is a ticklish business. We have made men proud of most vices, but not of cowardice. Whenever we have almost succeeded in doing so, the enemy permits a war or an earthquake or some other calamity, and at once, courage becomes so obviously lovely and important, even in human eyes, that all our work is undone, and there is still at least one vice which they feel genuine shame. The danger of inducing cowardice in our patients, therefore, is lest we produce real self-knowledge and self-loathing with consequent repentance and humility. In fact, in the last war, thousands of humans, by discovering their own cowardice, discovered the whole moral world for the first time. In peace, we can make many of them ignore good and evil. In danger, the issue is forced upon them in a guise to which we can't even blind them. Here is a cruel dilemma before us. If we promoted justice and charity among men, we should be playing directly into the enemy's hands. But if we guide them to the opposite behavior, sooner or later, he permits it to, a war revolution, and the undisguisable issue of cowardice or courage awakes thousands of men from moral stupor. Well, it's an interesting one. This is big, though. That's why, and there's a big concept. This is why I've been about it. Bro, forward or back, that's it. This is what I've been saying, you guys. Even then, I know whether you like me or not, if you don't like me, you shouldn't be here. I'm for real. I mean that spiritually. You know why? Because even my worst enemy, the thing I would wish upon my worst enemy is that they have to do something that they hate. Don't do things you don't hate. Don't do things you don't love. I hope you really understand it. He's talking, because this is what I'm saying, forward and backwards. The demon wants you in the middle of uneasiness. You know why? Because you don't move. You could spend your whole life uneasy in the middle, never making a move. Make no mistake, 50 years, 100 years living, doing nothing. That's not uncommon. Do you know why? Because, again, we've been saying this is so important. That's why I want y'all either with it or not. I want you to either succeed or fail. You know why? Because if you go in either of those directions, it's going to unlock everything. The only thing that doesn't unlock virtue is staying in the middle. Do you understand me? At least if you have success, you go forward. You're going to learn a skill. Maybe you're going to learn how to deal with ego. Maybe you'll lose everything and then you'll get to learn that. Vice versa. If you fail enough, my brother, your cowardice will maybe make you realize, oh my gosh, I need help. That's what he's saying here. Even if you push enough and let a human become a coward enough, he might just discover good, evil, and morality. Do you see the point? My brother, if you fail, you will come closer to seeing the light than never doing anything at all. And the same thing with cowardice and pride and hatred. But that's why especially cowardice and courage It's a weird phenomena, and that's why the demons, it's tricky for them. That's what they're saying from the beginning of time. It doesn't matter, right? When you think you've eliminated the hope of all the people, all it takes is one event, and people are like, wow, look at the courage. Wow, so brave, and it awakens. And again, all it takes is you get people beaten down and distraught enough, they might start asking about good and evil or a solution. That cowardice might push them to finding the truth because now they've hit rock bottom, essentially. So it's a very wild concept, but this has been going on from the beginning of humanity. But that's why I'm also telling y'all, move. I don't care which direction, but move. Anything but uneasiness in the middle. This, indeed, is probably one of the enemy's motives for creating a dangerous world. A world in which moral issues really come to the point. He sees as well as you do that courage is not simply one of the virtues, but the form of every virtue at the testing point, which means at the point of highest reality. A chastity or honesty or mercy which yields to danger will be chaste or honest or merciful only on conditions. Pilate was merciful till it became risky. I love it, bro. I love God, dude. You know that? You should too, bro. I was even thinking about it yesterday. I was thinking all of it. Like, you know, God, I told you, God made pleasure. You know that, bro? We are angels. We're not, though. The difference between us and an angel, we got put in a body, dude. It's crazy if you think about it. You just in FPS mode right now, and you could have been an angel or a demon, but now you got a body and you piloting this thing. But God made everything, bro. That's why angels and demons either like or don't like you. You have a different category in the family. You could do all these, but God made everything in this world. You know that? He made every drug. He made every big booty Latina. He made everything you think is good or bad. He made it all. I know. Yeah, I said it. Imagine that. But that's what I love this. I love this. You know why? That's what he's saying. Because guess what? The thing about courage and these virtues, they show the pinnacle of reality. Pilate was merciful until it became risky. I'm telling you, bro, that's what life is. Oh, I don't know if y'all feel me, bro. Everybody talk. Everybody hold the long term until the market go down. Everybody your best friend till you need help. Everybody, it's easy to be nice if there's no money on the line. It's easy to be nice if it's not your stuff. Oh, but once you get faced with the right the pinnacle of reality will lie in the virtue. I'll know what you really are once I know the cost. You know that, right? That's why I don't like these people who flip-flop now. I respect Elon. Because in reality, Elon did it before everybody. Elon was willing to, he had a certain trait and it was risky. You tag on later, I can't give you that. Say you don't have courage. But this is big, bro. The real life, every virtue, once there is a cost and you put it up, that's the pinnacle of the reality. It's beautiful. And God knows this. That's how he made it. That's why I'm saying you don't love God, bro. He a real one, bro. He a real one. He said it so many times. They're all fake. Many will come in my name and they'll do this. Everybody believe in this. Everybody believe in that until you put it on the line. That's why when it's all said and done, that's why I like trading to a degree. You put it on the line. That's why everybody got ideas. Put it on the line. Make the play. Tell me what you believe. Actually show me. Oh. It is therefore possible to lose as much as we gain by making your man a coward. He may learn too much about himself. There is, of course, always the chance, not of chloroforming the shame, but aggravating it and producing despair. This would be a great triumph. It would show that he had believed in and accepted the enemy's forgiveness as of his other sins only because he himself did not fully feel their sinfulness. That in respect of the vice which he really understands in its full depth of dishonor, he cannot seek nor credit the mercy. But I fear you have already let him get too far in the enemy's school, and he knows that despair is a great sin, any of sins which provoke it. Did you not hear that? Being in despair is worse than every other thing you could do. Okay, guys? So I don't know if you had a good week, a bad week. Everybody around you, shit, everyone's great. I don't know. But just don't forget, despair is that's what you got to stay away from. Don't stay away from the other stuff. And I know you think, oh, I got to watch out. I got to do the no, despair. Go, be alone. Be in your room. Be lonely. But you're not lonely. You have God. Don't be despair. Don't have lack of hope. Because do you not get it? I'm telling you, I said this from the beginning of the year. I know I piss a lot of people off. I can never piss off any of you more than I will piss off a demon. You know why? Because guess what? If you're a coward, good. I hope you're here right now listening. Because if you've ever been a coward, brother, you're going to learn more about yourself than you ever thought was possible. And that's exactly what he's saying. And he's saying that the problem with cowardice is they're afraid it will lead man to realize a lot more about himself. So that's why they have to confuse you while you are a coward and try to lead you into being despaired. That's why I'm saying if you hear me now and can believe this, my brother, be a coward. There's nothing wrong with that. You will be courageous. Maybe you'll learn what real courageous is after being a coward. The whole point is the devil wants you in the state of coward to keep running away and now be sad after you ran away. Meanwhile, the light of the world just says, if you are a coward, tell me what you learned and watch. Amen. As to the actual technique of temptations to cowardice, not much need to be said. The main point is that precautions have a tendency to increase fear. The precautions publicly enjoined on your patient, however, soon become a matter of routine, and this effect disappears. What you must do is keep running in his mind, side by side with the conscious intention of doing his duty, the vague idea of all sorts of things he can do or not do inside the framework of duty, which seems to make him a little safer. Get his mind off of the simple rule, I've got to stay here and do so-and-so, into a series of imaginary lifelines. If A happened, though I very much hope I won't, I could do B, and then worst case, I could always do C. Superstitions, if not recognized as such, can be awakened. The point is to keep him feeling that he has something other than the enemy and courage the enemy supplies to fall back on, so that what was intended to be a total commitment to duty becomes honeycombed through all the unconscious reservations. By building up a series of imaginary expedients to prevent the worst coming to worst, you may produce at that level of which his will is not aware of the determination that the worst shall not come, and you may get the worst shall not come to the worst. Then at that moment of real terror, rush it out his nerves and muscles, and you may get the fatal act done before he knows you're about. For remember, the act of cowardice is all that matters. The emotion of fear is in itself no sin, and though we enjoy it, does us no good. Your affectionate Uncle Screwtape. Do you get it? He said it's easy to make him a coward. Get him to just keep looking and get him to be so precautionary. You tell me if this has ever happened. Have you ever been so precautionary and instead of doing what you know you need to do, this is my job, this is my rule, This is what I showed up here for. This is what I intended. The simple rule, instead of doing that where you like, well, what if this happens? And then if this happens, and then I could do this, and then this, and then if that, and then, oh, what about that? I didn't think about that. So maybe I'll go slower like this because if this happens and then that, and then guess what happens? In the middle of all that, calamity actually hits and you still weren't prepared for it. Has that ever happened to you? That's happened to me. We're taking the precautions, trying to be cautionary, it's secretly being a coward. Now, obviously, you have to have a plan, and you don't just rush into things, right? So this is a fine line, but do you get it? You gotta don't let it turn you in. Don't let precaution turn you into a coward. Let precaution, be wise, be prudent. Let it be there because that's your duty, right? If your duty is to do a good job, double check, dot your I's, cross your T's, do good work. That's your duty. But don't let it turn you to a coward trying to be precautionary over a bunch of imaginaries. Again, do you see why, as of lately, I do not appreciate certain questions on the long term? Because sadly, I think if you just are breaking the rules and the duty, you are becoming one step to being a coward. Because you're not going to buy the long term. You know why? Because you're asking 15 hypotheticals on how to skirt around the simplest rules. And then when the opportunity finally comes your way, that precaution may turn into cowardice. So, Chad, once again, the danger is in the middle. If you're a coward, I have nothing against you. I actually think those of you who can realize it, and I think you're here for a reason, that you have been a coward, I think you got to tap into that and let God and the world show you there is more. And you probably know more about yourself than a lot of other people. And it comes with good things. If you give in to despair, you fail. Courage, some of you got to handle that in your own respect, but it's the same thing. Again, what would Attila the Hun be without courage? Honestly, I like courage a lot, but it hit you guys, and I realize it. Stop letting your courageousness be the reason you lose. Okay? Very simple. Because I think a lot of you are like, oh, damn. Like I said, why don't you have good balance control? You're too courageous. Look at that. The guy with great balance control hasn't bought anything in half a decade. Turned into a coward. But the guy with the courage is blowing up his account every year. So, I hope you get it. Find the balance. You will be dealt with situations moving forward that are going to tempt all of these. Will you be prepared? Take that one to the bank. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile, press hot chat. Exit the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Second link for the nightly watch list on my channel. First link for the Screamalites Bootcamp and Real Estate. Oh, man, we did it. We did it, y'all. We did it. Vic's on the low. Those plays, they're still cheap. They got slashed. I'm not shooting for them. I'm away. $1 for the tacos, $1 for the chicken. Used to think life rough then, but now I'm reminiscing. Dream is feeling distant. Supposed to have her, shoulda had her, but now I have her. So frustrating, so irate. So I'm just saying, why the fuck we so patient? If this was 68, we woulda had a riot. Now you speaking for the people and they tell you be quiet. I ain't buying it. Little guy defend the MNC, anoint him at the DNC. Why your social movement always benefit the S&P? The first place to look for enemies. It's not your fucking family, nor your core beliefs. I hope you see the war beneath. Forget about the future, they say only grab what's in your reach. They ain't smiling at you, it's a battle and they showing deep. Thought you had to criticize, so wisdom stay beneath your feet. Man, I'm feeling overlooked. They ain't even hungry, but they telling us that we cook. Hard to read the room if you can't even read a book. Yeah, hard to fake a smile when they sewn our mouths shut. Fuck, we won't even hear this. You won't even feel this. Jealousy override empathy and realness. A corporation steal this, repackage it and reel it. Evil so fearless, it's so shameless, saying I'm blameless. The generation filming in the moment won't say shit. Why we call it brain dead when it felt like our soul dead? Or maybe we just sold it. Oh shit.
Some people don't even have dreams, you know what I'm saying? But if you blessed enough to have a dream,
I like that one.
chase it, bro.
I had a dream like Martin, then I heard a couple stories. Never met my heroes, never had one. Never wanted things I never had, son. I got it, then I grabbed them. Looking back, these bitches Southeast sad them. Good more, don't ignore your sword for the war. Armor's no good if you leave that shit at home. I don't care if that match up with the drum. I ain't young, I ain't care about looking dumb. Out my way, we could talk when I'm done. Does it look like I'm finished? Even if I was, dog, I do my own dishes. Why the fuck you in my business? I ain't tryna be a menace. Need a couple minutes, but you're talking in your bitch and just show me that you don't get it. Look, now I wasted your time trying to reprimand, explain the basic shit so you could understand. I ain't being mean the way I teach. The big leagues ain't throwing underhand. I'm not the bad guy, I'm the best coach that you ever had. Something like LaMelo's dad. Mama was an immigrant, $5 an hour working with Brillo pads. We got some things we shouldn't have, so I could feel down, but I don't ever think I'm really sad. Life a miracle, but I won't give you one. But I could teach you shit, and you'll walk away with dividends. Wish you'll buy more, and then you'll wish you did it young. You missed the first harvest, but tell me about the second one. Trying to build while looking at the clouds. I'm looking at my hand, then I'm looking at the ground. Peter walked on water, but fell. When he looked around, I heard that story all my life. I think I start to get it now. Slow in the fast lane, answers in my last name. They really didn't listen, that's a damn shame. But that don't mean my plans changed. Maybe just the landscape did what I said without a handshake. 3,004 an ounce, that sound like a fair rate. Word is gold, they only kept theirs too late. So I'm on with your new face. A snake can move a few ways. And life a bitch that lie about how the fruit tastes. Welcome back. Stop. Do you guys get it? Did you get the first one? Let me see. Do you get the line? Looking back, these bitches salty, sad them. Got more, don't ignore. Do you get it? I don't know if y'all get that one. I love that line. It's deep. It's deep. Yeah, the premiums are chilling. Those 569s are lower. Again, I told you at like 3.2, that'd be a good price. They went to 3.8. Yes. You get it? Yeah, Lot's wife. So like, and then like, it means what it's like the first one. Yeah. So like looking back, people did get salty when you take things and grab them. But then also, Sodom Gomorrah, when the bitch looked back, she turned into salt. Oh, man. It was a great week, bro. I'm sleeping all weekend, bro. I'm sleeping all weekend. I'm so dead right now. It's good, though. I like it, though, because with my voice, if I can still talk, it's easy. I don't like it when I get sick and I can't talk. That's terrible. Because then yeah, hello, good, yeah, what's up? I don't like that. Yeah, Tesla's going up. I did a put, and then we flipped that for a profit. I had an Amazon. That one was not that. We should have held that Meta, though. I have another set. On vacation. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Bro, and you better put that shit out of your mind. You better never talk to that girl again. Do you understand? I'm like mad. Because that's like... I'm like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying, bro? And watch. Let good things come your way, man. I think you're a great person. And I like to think I've got to know you over the years. And I think you're a very good soul with good intentions. So if they can't match that, fucking kick them in the kneecaps. Don't actually do that. I don't support domestic violence. But, yeah, I think mentally I would never give that any attention. And enjoy your vacation, bro. Watch. You gonna stumble into somebody. You'd be surprised, bro. I think Intel will flip, but I think our plays are dead this week. That's it. That's why it's like $20 for all of them, I think. But unfortunately, they're not. It might even go after hours. But SPY going up. Those plays are back to where they've doubled from the bottom. I didn't take any of them. Again, we have those ghetto ones still. But those just very small. You hold that if you feel like you're missing out. But they didn't even go up. They were earlier. All right, you're kind of rocketing up. What time is it? 11:40. Cam Carson live. Who's that? Starbucks. High ticker's really gassing. You might be able to get a late stage play in here if you want. But if it flushes from here, you're dead. Again, the ones further out the money have been depreciated. So you're buying these at morning prices. So you're literally 5 points up and they're the same price. Yeah, the 570s are cheaper than where I sold them. But now they came up. They were just at 20 though. So be careful. If this breaks out, that'll be nice. And then Tesla's really running. You guys called that one earlier. It's still going. Let's see. I grabbed a cheap Tesla, like literally $8. I grabbed two of them at $4 on the daily, just in case. Let's see if we could flip a little trash one. They're trash though. Again, if you already hit every play today too, don't give back your money. Just make sure I keep it mad small. Let it come to you. If it doesn't, don't even trip. Dude, we did good today. I'm telling you, it was an awesome week. Even then, we ended last week too on a great note as well. But I think let these come to you. And again, if they're small enough, you got nothing to worry about. That's why, like, even if you saw the stream alerts, I did a lot of flips. So some of them, even like 10, 20%, I'll just take it. Okay, you're getting your red. Yeah, I don't think those are going to hit. I'm going to sell out of them. I'm going to lose $2. See, I'm already out. I've done that. Oh, wait. I didn't sell out yet. Damn, limit order. Last 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, there's been opportunity. So I'm glad. And we talked about it, you know, just thousands of opportunities. That's all you got to do. Just be there, keep it small, be content. That goes a long way too. And then long term, AFD is called for withdrawal from EU resettlement program. I don't know. Tesla's kind of holding it, just up a lot already. Where the NIV does. Yeah, NIV does still. I do those puts I got when I got the calls in the morning, they're not down that much. Apple was tweaking out earlier. Well, yeah, we haven't, dude. You haven't even had a political headline. Like, realistically, you haven't even heard from Donald or anybody. So there's still technically a little bit more, but this day flew back. Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, Justice Department. Yeah, so we are getting ready for Donald Trump. $20 cheap credit spread. What are your thoughts? I think if you do credit spreads with like a tight range, I'm down with them. I don't think there's any problem with that. That's it, but just got to be careful with this volatility that you don't get blown out. That's why if you keep the tight collateral or tight max loss, you have nothing to worry about. And I would sell out of the money. Because again, they're going to scam a lot of people with the out the money shit. If we get like 2022 and you get that move, that's where they make their money. I'm telling you, bro. Just imagine how many people in this last 10% drop timed it perfectly, but then bought out of the money and didn't get paid. So I think that's a good place to either sell premium, or if you want to avoid that, you go near the money. Ultra is going up. And SPY just holding here. Next out of the money spread. What do you mean? I don't have one. I'm just answering Homeboy's question. China. K-Web, the new deputy prime minister. I haven't seen him, no. I don't know too many Canadian TV channels. I haven't been up to date. Iron Condor. I mean, that's still, are you buying or selling? That makes a difference too. But like I said, any spread selling premium strategy, just keep the range tight. Palantir Pop. I don't see any other defense names moving. RTX a little bit. Again, Trump is going to be in front of the Justice Department here in a little bit. So we are going to get him live. I don't have any statements, so we don't really know what he's going to say. Maybe it's live. This could be interesting. Severance? Dude, are you ready for this? I watched part of Severance, like the first episode or two, and I hated it. I couldn't do it. It's so weird because everyone's making a big deal about the show. But, yeah, bro, I hated it. It was so boring. Yeah, and me and my girl both didn't watch it. We, tried to watch it, but then, yeah, it was just, stupid. Yeah, we did. I did not like it at all. But everybody is talking about it. That's why I'm like, this might be my Game of Thrones. You know, I've never watched Game of Thrones either. Fucking stupid white people. When 2013 to 2018, they're like, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. I'm like, I never watched that in my life. I was like, I don't get it. Why do you guys want to watch dragons and shit? But yeah, I've never seen Severance. Well, I've seen it. I just couldn't get into it. I got into anime, better than that. All right, man. SPY coming back up. I did give you a play there, but you had to take it. Like I said, if you're risky, the 50 was the double. Otherwise, 30. And it went there almost. Yeah. So it's not bad. It's up 50%. And then SPY might break out, man. So we did get a melt up 2.5%. We still got like another hour left. 56.30. We haven't gotten to my level yet. Am I stupid for selling small max loss? No, that's good. That's what I'm saying. That's what is good. As long as you're doing small max loss, you're going to win. And even if you lose, it's not going to be detrimental. That's the only way I think selling premium is risky right now is if you get yourself a high max loss when we have a very wide range right now in the market. Could be. I still think the 50, whatever, 40, that was the spot I wanted from the morning. Close the money debit spread for 48. Dude, you're just saying shit to me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, you're just... I need full details, man. What's the stock? Yeah, so I don't know. You just kind of threw that at me. And you're like, debit spread. And now you're just saying prices, but I have no idea what is being said. Iron Condor sell 544. I like the range, $1. So max loss is $1. And then if you're going to sell, let's see how low you are. I don't like that 554 is right here, pretty much. I think the top end, no, that's kind of tight, dude. No, I don't like it. Here's the deal. It doesn't matter if I like it. The risk is small. As long as that, I'm assuming $100 isn't going to blow up your account. But if it does, then don't do it. But at the end of the day, I don't like the range. I think it's tight, but the max loss isn't bad. So if I'm wrong and it chops around, you'll be good. But I think you could easily go above 575, and I think you could easily go below 554. You were just there. So that's the only problem. And what date? Remember, this is the part where I think a lot of premium sellers have been hustled. This is where modern premium like education is. They lied to you guys. Everybody sells short-term premiums. I think it's the most batshit insane thing I've ever seen. You should be selling like minimum 3 months, I believe. But the whole point of selling premium is selling time. So you want to take advantage of the names that, so like whatever play you start giving it time, it's going to have way more premium to juice out of that than, again, I see people selling premium 1 week, 2 week, a month. That's very risky. It's not necessarily the most ideal. So like I've always even covered calls. I do a lot of time. You want to take advantage of time. Don't do this weekly shit on selling premium. That just doesn't make sense. I mean, you can probably get away with short term when the volatility is high, but even then, the ones with time is like, just don't forget time is what you are selling. So you want more of that than not. And then again, you can maneuver better too. You sold daily on the SPY. I know. I used to put tobacco over my bowls of weed, and then I'd rip it out of a bong. It was called a mole, but doesn't mean that is healthy. So you could get away with it. Just be careful. Some things will kill you. No way you did moles. Oh, dude, I was the mole king. My homie from LA showed me it the first time. I know Mooks. Smokes. Been on it lately. Joe, you already hooked me up, dog. Amen. You had 2 seizures? That's crazy. I've never heard of that. The one, I did this, I was in college. I went to, because I was at U of A, and then I visited home in San Diego. And then my buddies who went, TKO's Flushing too. You guys said Intel? Yeah. Just showing a couple staples, Clorox. Well, yeah, I went to SDSU to visit my friends who went there, and then they gave me a bowl, and then they sprinkled this shit on it. Does anybody know what it is? It's like a weird, like, Indian tobacco. No, bro, they did this no, this wasn't weed. It was like tobacco. Doka. Oh, ugh. Bro, yeah, Doka, dude. It was the worst. That was one of the worst experiences of my life. I almost died. I felt like, yeah, they gave me a Doka bowl. And I was like, that's insane. Yeah, that's at SDSU. That's what they said. They were like, we all do this. I was like, you guys are fucking, this is why it's San Diego State, bro. What's wrong with you guys? Mm-hmm. Have I ever done a fundraiser for VetStream? No. I've never done any fundraiser. But I would tell you what I do, but then I would lose my blessing. I do a lot. I just don't tell everybody. That's why sometimes I do get frustrated with things, and I think the audacity of some people, but we do a lot of other things. That's why I think my big thing, I do want to make sure we get all the veterans. Again, like, we have a good team now of veterans, former veterans, you know, who do real estate now, but we need to make sure you guys know how to get your houses and take advantage of the VA, get all those benefits, even for you and your family. And that, I think, will go a long way. But yeah, I've never done a fundraiser for any cause. Have I only traded one stock at a time, jumping in and out as you've planned? No. I don't. Like, I do that with stocks, but I don't think I've only just done one stock. I think I've been kind of like King Solomon with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Not just one. Oh, okay. All right. Vet new construction, 0 down, 499. It's not bad, bro. I've been seeing some of these rates, yeah, from these new builds. Still pop in. There's a box with text. I keep up the wire. Once we let everybody back in, I'll take it down. Cheap in the money credit spreads 3 months out. Why? Do you just found out about premium, huh? I feel like you're excited. That's what usually happens when you discover premium selling. So, like I'm saying, just keep the max loss small and you'll be okay. Otherwise, you're going to hate it. BKC. TKO's dropping. I don't know why. You see the Tesla stickers about Elon? No, I saw one. I saw on Twitter. I'm mad it showed me it, but I thought it was funny. Oh, whoa. I missed 2 of these. Oh, you matter. Paying the plug for all the knowledge. Virginia fell through? No. But hey, that means you're going to get a better one, baby. That's it, man. You're going to get a better one. You told me not to give it back. Oh, I didn't listen. No, Andrew. Why? Yeah, it's okay. You got to learn from it. But I'm telling you, you will make leaps and bounds when you know what to do and listen to it. And, you know, we talked it the other day. I don't know if he's in here. Somebody in the chat, he brought it up, and it was he brought up some good points about, you know, the strategy. And I just said, like, you know, you could do certain things at certain times, but you just got to know when to do something and when to listen. and being aware of what situation requires what. That is where you guys are all going to really get good at trading. Regardless of your strategy, fucking penny stocks, I don't even know, not penny stocks, but whatever, technicals, whatever you come up with, but being aware of what situation will require what tool. Again, sometimes being able to walk away and knowing how and what and listening to that, that's going to give you that extra edge and margin that you need. Okay, you are coming down. TKO still flushing, now down 1.5. Term up, baby. I know, 100% this year. I know, right? What did you buy? A lot of Baba? Because, again, Baba went up 80-something for us. Like, that. Yeah, so I don't know. Depending on when you started, what you got and didn't have. But, yeah, this year has been wild already. All right, do you guys have any questions? This is your chance before I free everybody. Most dope. How do I feel about church? You just, what, any other one? You like, Josh, do you still smoke weed? Josh, how do you feel about church? Josh, how do you feel about big booty Latinas? It's the second time you've said that today. So, I don't know. But I like church. I think church is a good place. I think you should go to church to see what you could do for people, not really what a church can do for you. I've been doing that lately, and it's changed my mindset, and it's been good. Oh, yeah, Trump. I forgot about that. The real estate team, we're not really like trying to grow it right now. I think we have let like some people in, but they were already kind of involved with us. But you could reach out to Tyler. Are you immoral for chasing a girl with a boyfriend? No, you're just going to die. That's it. This is one of the dumbest things to do. Actually, I mean this like straight financial advice. This is not a good idea. Promise you. You're not a rapper, even if you were. But this is like men 101 of how to just cause unnecessary problems. Because I've had it happen, unfortunately. I had a girl lie to me. I told you this. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. And I couldn't do anything about it because this bitch lied to me. And I still did it. So, unfortunately, I'm wrong no matter any way you chop it up. But you deal with somebody in a relationship, dude, you're just asking for problems. So, honestly, if you get clapped, no one will have sympathy for you. That's just what happens, bro. No, this is just like common sense shit, bro. Like, there's like money, there's other things, but like, you take a man's girl, they'll kill you. Like, from caveman days. Like, that's fine. I could be richer than you, I could be uglier, better looking than you, it doesn't matter. But you go and you deal with that, the one thing, dude, people crash out, bro. People crash out. So you literally chose the worst thing, even if it's not married. No, bro. Why? That's it. I'm just telling you. You can go and do it. People do it all the time. But if you do it, like, I'm just saying, you are opening Pandora's box. Great Gatsby 101. I know, right? Getting a long term is a much better alternative, yeah. Well, after renovation I just did, would you sell? I don't know. Do you want it? If you want the money, or what was the goal when you did it? to have the long term. Yeah, but no, bro, it's crazy. You just gave me flashbacks. Literally the worst one of the worst moments of my life. So be careful. And then the bitch is going to be crazy too. So that's the other part. You think it's just about the boyfriend. Wait till she go crazy. So yeah, bro. Just seek the Lord. Seek the Lord. You wanted to rent, I could get 300 more now. I mean, if the 60K, would that be like 20% gain? Or what? Otherwise, because you're going to still pay taxes if you sell it that fast. But it's really up to you. Or better yet, if you're going to sell it, go find another house. Go find another one you could roll over to with the profit. You're picky, though. She's a good girl. Man, shut up. You're going to get killed, bro. And now you're even lying to her. What do you mean she's a good girl? You come on, bro. It's just like, maybe I need to read Screw Tape, all of them to you guys now. Now, you know, I thought I talked about it enough, but now I think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh. What do you mean good girl? She's probably great in bed, but I don't think she's a good girl. Okay? Not with with what I'm hearing. Probably terrible. This guy. Yeah, she said, no, she's really honest. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. It's good, though. You might have to learn this. I had to learn another one. Just like, you got to be careful because some people are very convincing. Okay? So just, you might have to learn this on your own. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn this on my own. Like, you have to deal with people, watch them lie to your face and act a certain way, and then totally, like, and it'll blow your mind. You know what I'm saying? It'll blow your mind. Like, I've had people, and I'm like, how did you behave like that with me? And then, meanwhile, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was all just an act, a lie. You'll be so shocked. We're just friends, chill. Well, if that's the case, you just let it happen naturally. Otherwise, don't die. This is Donald Trump speech for the Justice Department. East Tennessee? Oh, we do. Oh, we have a killer in Tennessee. Why am I blanking on his name? Tall guy with like 7 kids. Yeah, we do. Oh, he's going to get mad. Why am I blanking on his name? Adam, yeah. He's a fucking killer too, bro. Super inspirational. But yeah, Adam in Tennessee will hook you up, bro. He's he's literally one of the top agents. So yeah, very cool guy, man. Email tradingfraternity@gmail.com, and then we'll forward, and then we'll get you set up. Okay, SPY going up. Which one is this? Justice Department. Okay, any other weird relationship advice before I open it up for the chads? Before I need to tell y'all to stop. That's it. A bitch do anything weird, you block her ass and never talk to her again. She got a boyfriend, you run away. There's literally like 7 billion bitches in this life, so you'll be fine. Anything else? You let me. I haven't released Gen Pop, but if you got any of these now, we might as well get these out the way. Because I didn't. You let me know. My face don't. That's right. My is dull. Vic's on the low. Okay, you guys are good. The 24th. I forgot to give you guys the watch list challenge yesterday, too. I realized it last night. I forgot. I had a challenge for you, and I forgot. Yeah, I didn't tell you it. My bad. What does that mean? Stock knife GP? What is it? Stock cut? Cut the bitch? What? I don't know. I'm not good at that. Pushing long term. I have everything paid. Now put 10 away. I'm just buying T-bills. Let's go. You ain't lazy. It's good, man. Preserve and be wise and grow it. You know, don't be a wicked servant and do nothing with it. And if you're prudent and disciplined and you put your money to work and work hard in other areas, those are all good, valuable things. You know, so keep it up. That's why I wouldn't call it lazy. You know, don't let the world trick you. And that's why I see people doing all these moves to do nothing. All these moves, all of this action and movement to not be putting their money in the right place, growing it. So, I don't know. Appreciate it, baby. You're doing good. But all right, guys, you're going towards the high. Donald Trump will be on any second. Time to release them to Gen Pop. We have released them. Gen Pop is now open. Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, well, let me go to the bathroom. I'm still sick, dude. I'm so clapped today. I'm down. I don't know. I'm down. I'm down to play a little after. I want to play 2K, though.
A round of sweeping tariffs on goods from that country on April the 2nd. And a White House official confirms that to me today, saying the message delivered to the Canadians last night was that the president
I'll be right back. Trump going beyond.
Reciprocal tariffs in place no matter what. Of course, that raises the question then of why there are negotiations going on at all if there's no possible solution until after April 2nd. And Scott, I can tell you that despite the steep stock market losses we've seen in the past 2 weeks, this just doesn't appear to be an administration that's about to blink right now. The argument here is that there are two possibilities, and both are a win for Americans. Either the U.S. gets an enormous revenue boost, or trade relationships get reset in a way that boosts American manufacturing. So they're looking at this, and they say it's a win. And I've been talking about this all week, Scott, but this is a White House also that has a tremendously higher tolerance for stock market pain than it did in the first term. They're looking at the losses on Wall Street and kind of shrugging them off all week and saying, look, we're making big changes here, and that's going to mean that there's going to be some pain on Wall Street, and we're fine with that.
I appreciate the update, Eamon. Thank you very much. Eamon Javers on the North Lawn. Steph, let's just play off that. It's a win until it isn't. Until it isn't. This idea that there's no Trump put, so to speak, until there is. Well,
there's a lot of time between now and the first part of April. So there's that, number one. And number two, I firmly believe that we are seeing manufacturing already coming back into the country. And we know that the reason for the tariffs is to have other companies come back to the country and do business here. And you're seeing that. I mean, look at what Apple announced just a couple of weeks ago. Eaton had, I've been adding to Eaton. I've been adding to a lot of things, actually. But Eaton is one of them. And they had an analyst day this week, and they said 70% of the grid is over 25 years old. That's a trend that's only going to benefit that whole theme of AI data center grid power. That is something that I want to be buying into.
I know you want to be buying into what you might not even realize for 5 years, 3 to 5 years, if not longer. Apple's not building iPhones, by the way, with robots tomorrow or the day after or next week.
But we're seeing activity come. We're seeing activity come that wasn't going to come, and it's going to help the economy down the road. So yeah, maybe it is a short-term pain, but I feel like some sectors, some stocks are down huge, and there is an opportunity to get where you have themes that you believe in long term. If they get hit hard, then you want to be adding. I had 9% cash. We talked about it the other day on halftime. I'm now
going
at 5%.
up
Because I have been slowly adding, not big, slowly adding to stocks that are down. 15, 20, 25%, where I believe the
High ticker's almost
still
fully
are
gassed.
quite
You're about to
strong.
hit a new high.
Maybe so, but
again,
the point,
same
Adam, that you
melt-up
make
zones
is,
as prior.
despite
You're doing what you
fundamentals that
did
could
here.
be
You're 1
still
point off of the
strong,
high,
valuations
and then we
could
do
still be
that,
too
and then you'll
stretched.
sell off, and
That's
then
the point
yeah.
you're making, that maybe the
So I don't know if
unwind
breakout
hasn't
plays are
come
going to
out
work.
fully
We had a
of
good
those
double
names,
dip
because
earlier,
what
but
was straight up and to
either
the
way,
right
every other play
needs
still
to
hit
correct
today,
even
except for the
further.
NVIDIA puts, but
I mean,
we'll
I
ride
think
them.
if the margins are going down or the guidance is bad, you know, so far we haven't seen any stocks do
Preach
well.
the long
Most of the stocks
term.
that have done really badly in the last month have been pretty heavily indebted,
Dude, I
low
counted
quality
it.
stuff, a ton in the consumer
I was counting
space.
my drip
I think,
the other
I think what
day.
Steph's talking about makes sense. You know, you're trying to figure out which growth themes
So not bad.
that you believe in long term.
So again, that's from yesterday, but now we're going to be back up here.
I mean, I did a note last week looking at all the stocks that are 100 billion market cap or larger, just trying to say.
But dude, I looked at
which
it.
ones do I think
You know MO?
Makes sense, and I think that electrification theme does make sense.
So we have 434 shares of MO, right?
This year was, you know, upgrade the industrials.
Guess
go overweight,
what?
Downgrade discretionary, our biggest underweight, because the consumer was good. and slowing, and the
75
industrial
or
conditions
more of
generally
those
weren't that
shares
good, and they might improve.
are
and the
from
stocks
drip
act more
alone.
on, you know,
Isn't
the
that
perception
crazy?
About change than they do level. So I'm with
So
Steph on this
literally,
one, actually.
you've
I think
gotten
that makes
back
sense.
like over
Yeah.
$4,000
I mean, we have
in
seen,
in
some
dividends.
of these stocks come
At
down.
least
You've been
on
buying
this
more
sizing. The other
right?
one's like
You've been telling
$400.
us about-
But still, it's
about
kind of,
that.
I mean,
Still a
7
believer and a buyer
shares on the other
on the
account.
weakness. You're never
Kind of crazy.
necessarily going to catch the perfect moment.
But then I was looking at the Abbey
I mean,
Buy
I'm just
too. We
buying
got
little
like
bits,
10 or
little
15
increments,
shares.
But the financials,
So it's like
I
if
think,
you
are
look
also
at it,
making a
some of
lot
the
of
drip,
sense. Some
man,
of them are down 10,
couple years later, it's
15%.
just it's
Deregulation
slowly
is going to be
working.
positive for them.
If it, you know what?
That's why even
a
then
good
too,
point, because,
look.
you know, again,
I can't.
this
I
conversation.
think, so are you guys ready for this? I think our dividends might still grow 10% this year. I know that sounds wild, but remember I was telling you, because again, I've been stacking cash, and I told you guys how we want, you know, a little bit more cash. We already spent the last 2 years really focusing on dividends, right? So I started off this year with $6,000, and so far this quarter with the reinvestments, we're at like, oh no, I think it needs to count MO or O, but it was at like it's like $6,300 already. So we've already gone up. Is that like 2% already? So yeah, we'll see. Hold on, it's already 12, dude. Wow, today flew by. Nice. All right. I'm not going to the gym today. No, I'm sick. all waiting for this. I don't even know what he's going to say. This sucks because the market might be closed by the time he gets on. It's going to be Donald Trump in front of the Justice Department, or a speech to the Justice Department, the DOJ. I don't know if they're still trying to put him in jail or not, but I think he's going to address them. I have zero idea of the contents, though, that he will be discussing. Oh, I don't know about Monday. We did it a couple times. You'll have to see the pricing. Just make sure they're not up too much. Even if they are cheap, there might be that little premium gap. No, I'm just being quiet. Unless you guys want to hear this. Restoration on the high. I don't think he's going to do a press conference or like this to release the Epstein stuff. We could give up this entire move in 15 minutes. You can. I mean, today's a little bit more solid, I feel like. But the level of volatility we've incurred already, yeah, easily. But, today has much more strength. TSE, it's very illiquid, but it is popping 6.8. I have no idea what that is. And then PBP. Doing covered calls. We could look because the stock is up a lot, but usually the covered calls on dividend stocks are terrible. So even with 2 years out, I guess this isn't too bad. We could get $400, a little bit more, maybe $500. Agree to sell the stock at 75. Maybe. Because usually, like I said, the bids are there. Just covered calls on dividend stocks aren't that much. Even then, how much is that? So theoretically, you're getting paid $20 divided by 7,500. You're getting 1.6%. I do like Humana for the long term still. I just don't want to buy more of it because I don't think it's became a diamond yet. And we've seen these prices. So remember, the day after I bought it, I saw everything. The day after I bought it, I got to price explore 3 years in 24 hours. So I've already been exposed to all of these prices. You got a lot of drama and policy and everything else, So I'm going to wait a little bit, but I still like it. If it's still this price and I can't find any other names, I'm definitely going to buy more. Maybe if it goes a little lower, really low, and does one of those freakouts again, or maybe the politics really brings it down, we could buy some of that. But for now, I already saw this price there. I just wish I waited a day last time because some of you guys are even in at the 200s. But still on the list. I think it plays a nice little role. Small healthcare insurer. We got a couple of healthcare stocks, but I like the industry as well. And I haven't bought that. I haven't even bought NVO yet. So NVO is my last purchase. It's down now, and I was down even lower, but I'm not ready to use my cash yet. So like used to be, we were just buying all of that with the cash, but now as I'm trying to stack it up, I'm not, unless it's like a really good deal, I ain't moving that anywhere. Illumina. If the market goes up with all the stocks, you're just going to hold on to your long term? Yeah, what do you mean? So that's like the whole plan. So if everything goes up, our long term is going to go up, right? We're already fully invested. That's why I said last night with the cash, even if the market just rips and we don't buy anything and I save every deposit, I will still have just like above 10% cash in my account. Probably less if the account goes up. So that's why it's like, even then, just we were very aggressive with buying. I don't know if you guys realized it, but like the last 2 years, 3 years, every year, we've been really aggressive. That's why every month I'm buying something. Boom. I know for some of you, once a month may sound slow and it may not sound like a lot, but no, it's very aggressive because I don't have cash. Even at the current rate of where I'm at, like I'm saying, at the current rate of even savings, Wells Fargo, just going to 71. I thought it was at 60 something. But yeah, so like at the current rate, even if I saved it all, I would still have half of like a high cash amount, if that. So that's why if I miss out, I'll end up with cash. And then if everything's up and I can't buy anything, I would assume something will be down. So fast forward 12 months from now, if I don't buy anything and then I have 10% cash, I think one name will be in the red, if that makes any. I think there will be one high-quality name by the end of the year that'll at least be appropriate if I really felt like I was behind. Illumina is kind of waking up. We've had a lot of China stuff back and forth. Oh, man. To buy later, just everything we've talked about last night, we threw up a bunch. There's a lot of everything in my name, my portfolio, down on a couple of value, but yeah, I mean, I'm in a unique scenario. Some of you followed along and you share that scenario with me, but it's just like we need to hold what we have and build up cash, and we'll know it when we see it. But if you don't have a high cash balance, or you do, you should be shopping a little different. So yeah, look, here's the small account. And again, some of you have either the exact same account or something, but where's our cash? Yeah, where's my cash? I don't know how to, YouTube long term. Yeah, 546. Oh, the other one I have 5. Do I have 5,000 in the big one? Cash with 5898. I think it's the exact same. So yeah, 54. But yeah, so it's the same percentage though. So 500. Does it tell you percentages on Schwab? See, it doesn't show me cash, but $500 is about 1.82%. Why do you think Buffett doesn't think there are good deals? Because he's bought them. And, like, he doesn't have more than 20% cash. Everybody's making a big deal, but he's just rich. I'm like, he has all this cash, but I'm like, yeah, but he also has a lot of assets. So he's still following the rule. But, yeah. And again, a lot of things are still up. Trump headline. DOJ working on plea. I see that. I don't see the Trump one yet. But you do got a little red. I don't see it. Again, Trump is supposed to be coming live. We'll know more about Ukraine on Monday. I remember how I lost my mind. Coming by the long term. Long term, get a little bit closer. How much, man? It's a preview of an interview releasing on Sunday. I think you're crazy. No, long term, you're crazy. Only 30 minutes. I mean, shit, Nike could be another one if this really goes, but again, we've even seen it this low. So, I want to see new prices. So even some of the names you guys are asking me about, and I'll buy it if I see new prices. But, yeah, we just need new prices. Show me a level I haven't seen. You know, I've seen all these prices. I've shopped a lot. Trump is going to go live any second now, but I have a strange feeling he's going to wait till the market closed. I think right when the bell goes ding, ding, he's going to walk out. It's 12:30, though, on the dot. So you never know. You grab Target. I like Target. Target's another long-term one. That's a new one. See, that's a new one, and that's a new price. I like it, just like when we saw Hershey's. I'm stacking my cash in the long term. I'm just taking my deposits, and then I'm not spending them. You guys are used to me getting a deposit and buying something, and at other times, there was a good approach. I mean, that's it. I was just buying value when nobody wanted it. And we were buying China when nobody wanted it. So that's why I don't have cash now, but it was good. That's also why we're ahead. So we used our cash aggressively, and we put it in the right area at the right time. So now, as we get our deposits, I'm not going to use them because we are already letting the portfolio work. And if I stack up cash, I'll be able to add something good with size, or at the very least, worst case scenario, get a little bit of yield, and then I will now have a level of cash in the portfolio that won't kind of be, you know, I'll be ready to act in any scenario.
Blanche, Emil Bovey, Kash Patel, soon to be Terry Cole, Gadi Saralta. Thank you all. We are going to fight.
I know. I love The Intelligent Investor is a great book, bro.
Again.
Big fan. The long term that we preach is not anything new. It's not anything new, and it's not anything extreme. It's a very reasonable approach. You should be able to tell your friends and family, I'm saving 10% of my money, and I'm trying to make an adequate return.
Today, our state attorneys general from all around the country. I see all my friends out there, my colleagues, who will work to prosecute violent criminals, get the drugs off our streets, get the gangs off our streets, and get the illegal aliens out of our country. And thank you to all of our federal, state, and local law enforcement officers who are here today who keep us safe every day and night. Thank you to all of you. Today we have with us one of the most effective drug-seizing teams in the entire country. I said I wish I told them earlier, take them and put them in every major city in the country. Since January, they have saved millions of lives, taking drugs and illegal weapons off the streets of Boston. And Todd, they asked us for more U.S. attorneys. I told them we're on it. Could you all please stand? This is Boston's DEA strike team. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We also have two angel moms here today. Anne lost her son. He was 15. He thought he was taking a Percocet at school, and it was laced with fentanyl. And he was beautiful. And I'm so sorry. But all of these people in this room, thanks to the directive of Donald Trump, are going to keep our streets safe and protect our kids. Thank you for being here. And Tammy's beautiful daughter, Kayla, was murdered violently by an illegal alien from El Salvador who should not have been in our country. And thanks to Donald Trump, they will all be deported very soon, thanks to his work, Homeland Security, and I say the unsung hero, Stephen Miller. On stage, we have, this is 180 kilograms. It represents, not real, of fentanyl, okay? So this represents 1 kilo of fentanyl. In its pure form, this 1 kilo can kill 500,000 people. The 180 there, in pure form, could kill 90 million people. That is the population of California, Texas, and Florida. That's what we're dealing with in our country. That's why angel moms go around the country. That's why Donald Trump has taken such a hard stance against cartels, securing our borders, getting these gangs and drugs out of our country. But look at that. That can kill 3 states in its pure form. That should terrify everyone. I see our senators.
Hunter's like, you guys aren't giving out samples? Is it bullshit?
However, taking the drugs off the streets is only half the battle.
Nah, he doesn't have to worry about it. He's rich.
President Trump will.
So he buying his drugs. See, that's the
borders,
problem too. There's even drug disparity with wealth that leads to more deaths. They don't want to talk about that either.
Deport them all, or lock them up for the rest of their lives, thanks to our prosecutors around this country where they belong. Under the last administration,
not everybody has the Secret Service to test your drugs before you do them.
Of our country.
Oh yeah, they'll give you a testing kit, but not the Secret Service.
Longer. Under Donald Trump, they
Big
live
difference.
in fear, and they better live in fear because we're coming after all of them. I am so proud to have a team with Emil and Todd and all of our great team. And we all work for the greatest president in the history of our country.
All right, man. Maybe we get last-minute flush, but
Donald Trump. It is.
This is it, man.
He will never stop fighting for us, and we will never stop fighting for him and for our country. It is an honor to welcome to the Department of Justice the 45th and the 47th.
Jeez, bro. You fucking sound guy. Dude, why did he do me like that? That was him, bro. Hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hello. Nice to be here. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you, Pam, very much. What a job you're doing. And it's a true honor to be with you today. This is a storied hall, if there ever was one. And based on the crowd, I think we broke the all-time record. But as we begin a proud new chapter in the chronicles of American justice, is
I am talking. It is me. It's me, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Kelly. Like Saved by the Bell. Kelly Kapowski. You know Kelly Kapowski. Good girl. We like her. She's great.
Constitutional rule of law. And you're the people that are doing it. Very, very proud of all of you. Under the Trump administration, the DOJ and the FBI will once again become the premier crime-fighting agencies on the face of the earth. People ask me, what am I going to do about law enforcement all the time? The fake news back there, they're asking me that all the time. What am I going to do? And when are you going to do it? And I answer them by saying I've already done most of it by appointing the people that I've appointed. They're sitting right here. They've done most of it. I don't do it, they do it. Right, Pam? I think, oh, you are so tough, they just don't know yet. Let me begin by congratulating the incredible people who will lead these historic reforms. And we start with somebody that you just saw, Pam Bondi. She's extraordinary, and I've known her very well for a long time.
Chad, I'm going to go get a Nerds candy. Forgive me.
I watched her for a long time in Florida, for years in Florida, and highly experienced. She seems so young, but she's highly experienced, that I can tell you. She was a phenomenal attorney general in Florida, and she's going to do a really amazing job. Also, our new director of the FBI, Kash Patel. Kash, right. A man that I'm very proud of. I've known him and Emil for a long time under tremendous pressure. I saw these guys under some of the most corrupt judges it's not even imaginable how corrupt they were. And these guys never wilted. They were not shy. They fought. They weren't afraid. And they were brilliant. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche and Principal Associate Deputy Attorney Emil Beauvais. And thank you both very.
I mean, this is live. So listen up. You never know. I don't see any pre-written statements or anything. So
the chief of staff,
if he says anything
so
off the
highly
cuff,
respected, Chad Mizell. Thank you, Chad.
I got you, baby.
Thank you, Chad.
You're welcome. Thank you, Chad. Thank you.
Our next administrator of the DEA, Terry Cole. Terry. Thank you, Terry.
Oh, I thought he was about to
Good
say
luck.
Terry Crews.
You'll do great. Senior counsel to the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights. Boy, I've been watching him on television last couple of weeks. He is really a tough one, and he's a great one. Leo Terrell, you watch how good he is.
Terry Crews pops out.
He's going to be so good.
Yeah, good guy.
Thank you, Leo. Great guy. Assistant Attorney General of the Antitrust Division, who's got an incredible reputation. She'll do very, very well. Gail Slater. Thank you, Gail. Good luck. Great job. Now, we're joined by many, many great friends and terrific friends, and I won't be able to, too many to name, but some that I just see very quickly. General Flynn, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
There's a man who went through hell, by the way, and he shouldn't have. He's a patriot. He went through hell. We're also pleased to be joined by Senator Chuck Grassley and House Majority Whip. Where's Chuck? Hi, Chuck.
Hi, Chuck.
House Majority Whip Tom Emmer. Tom, great job you're doing. Representative Guy Reschenthaler, one of the toughest names to say, but I got it perfectly, I think. State Attorney General Ken Paxton, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Sorry. AT&T, I can say that.
Somebody who was with us early on, and she's really become a big star and very popular, Brenna Bird. Thank you, Brenna. Thank you very much. Steve Marshall, Alan Wilson, James Othermeyer, Chris Carr, Dave Sunday, Marty Jackley, as well as White House Deputy Chief of Staff, Stephen Miller. What a man Stephen is. Become a big star. Right, Emil? Steve Miller. Steve has been something very special. For generations, the Federal Department of Justice was one of America's most revered institutions. The men and women of the DOJ brought down the mafia, hunted down the killers, kingpins, and spies, tracked down terrorists and traitors, and tore down corrupt political machines all across America. This department commanded the respect and admiration of the entire world. And with Pam and Cash and all of the people I introduced and far more, big numbers, and all of you sitting back there, I recognize so many of you. But with you leading the way, it'll soon be the most admired and most respected of all. You're going to be more respected, and I really believe that there's also a lot of things to solve, a lot of problems to solve.
A lot of problems.
But that's going to put you in the upper tier and maybe the top tier, and I believe that's going to happen. I'm so proud of the people in this room. But first, we must be honest about the lies and abuses that have occurred within these walls. Unfortunately, in recent years,
he sounds like he's being nice, but
within the
there it
ranks
is.
of the American government
They
obliterated
did
the
this
trust
same
and goodwill
DOJ
built
just
up
went after him
over
for 4 or 5
generations.
years.
They weaponized the vast powers
Just
of
if
our
you didn't know.
intelligence and law enforcement agencies to try and thwart the will of the American people. You remember the 51 intelligence agents that said, as an example, that Hunter Biden's laptop from hell came from Russia when they knew it came right from his bedroom. They knew that. It was a big lie, and they knew it so well. They spied on my campaign, launched one hoax and disinformation operation after another, broke the law on a colossal
I can't believe
scale,
the Hunter
persecuted
laptop is
my
amazing,
family,
bro.
staff, and supporters.
You literally had a
raided
presidential
my home,
election,
Mar-a-Lago,
and one of the
and
candidates'
did
sons.
everything within their power to prevent me
You
from
have
becoming
fucking
the president
gigabytes of
the
the
United
craziest
States.
content I've ever
With
seen
the
in my
help of
life.
radicals
And
like
we were just like, nah.
Mark Elias, Mark
Like, it's
Pomerantz.
fake.
And
I'm
these
like,
are
that
people that
was
nobody's ever
before
seen
AI.
anything
That looks
like
pretty
it.
real. That looks pretty real.
So many others, but these are people that
Dude,
are
it's pretty
bad
wild
people.
if you think about it. But
Really bad people.
You know, that's the
They
past.
tried to turn America into a corrupt, communist, and third world country. But in the end, the thugs failed and the truth won. Freedom won, justice won, democracy won, and above all, the American people won.
Cocaine found at the White
There
House.
could be no more
No, that
heinous
wasn't it.
betrayal
Dude, the
of
laptop
American
was crazy.
values than
What was
to
on it?
use the law
Just a
to
bunch of like
terrorize
sex
the
tapes
innocent
and
reward
drug
the
use
wicked.
and
That's what they
weird
were doing at a level
messages
that's
and
never been seen
emails
before.
and potential
And it's exactly what we
gigantic
saw
violations of the
with
law.
Joe Biden,
But
Merrick
nothing
Garland,
serious.
and their
you know.
cronies to do the building of the last 4 years. They ripped what they've ripped down is incalculable. But what you're going to build up is likewise something that will be breaking all sorts of records. They set loose violent criminals while targeting patriotic parents at school board meetings. They dropped charges against Antifa and Hamas supporters while labeling traditional Catholics as domestic
All I'm saying
terrorist
is if, like-
Catholics. We
like
did
if
very
my
well with
old
the Catholic
laptop
vote,
got
so I
leaked,
want to thank them for that.
I would just charge
They
an
imported
OnlyFans
these
for it at that point.
record
Because he missed the opportunity. He should have owned it up earlier
You'd say,
rather than
"What's
later,
with the
because he
Catholics?"
admitted
They're
it was
really
his
after the
anyways.
Catholics, so
And then
I
he
don't
should have
know.
just started
They're after
adding
a lot of
subscriptions.
people. Maybe they didn't
Because
even
although
know
I'm not
why.
really
They
interested in that
imported
type of
illegal alien
content, I
murderers,
feel like
drug
he did it
dealers,
the
and
best.
child predators from all
I don't know
over
any
the
other
world
way
to
to
come
put it.
into our country while putting elderly
I've
Christians
never
and
seen.
pro-life
I'm telling
activists
you,
on
I have
trial
crazy
for
friends,
singing hymns and
just
saying
by
prayers. They
seeing
went to jail
some
for
things
that.
on that laptop,
Our predecessors turned
I'm
this
like, this
Department
guy
of
goes harder
Justice
than
into
anybody
the
I've
Department of
ever known.
Injustice. But I stand before you today
Oh, it's
to
insane,
declare
bro.
that those days are over, and they are never going to come back. They're never coming back.
Spy ripping. Did
So
you just say
now,
the
as
war's
the
ending?
chief law enforcement officer in
No.
our country, I will insist upon and demand full and complete accountability for the wrongs and abuses that have occurred. The American people have given us a mandate like few people thought possible. We won every single swing
Okay,
state.
2 minutes ahead of
We
the
won
10-minute rigged. You're just
popular
popping right
vote
now.
By millions and millions of people. We won districts, 2,750. Think of that, 2,750 districts compared to 505. So we won it at levels that have, I don't believe, ever seen before. That's the one where
Bro,
you see
all of
the
these,
map
dude, they
of the
killed
United
all of
States,
those
and it's all
contracts, you
red.
guys.
Red for Republican.
Dude, I'm
not
looking
for
at even
communists,
in the
red
money
for
names right
Republican.
now, and they're all lower
would
than
like
when
it
we
to
sold,
turn red
bro.
for
The
communists,
contract
but it
I
didn't
sold,
work
it,
out
I
that
top
way.
ticked the fuck out of that
The
thing.
American people have given
But yeah,
us a
even the in the
mandate
monies
and
aren't going up that much.
really just a far-reaching
Pepsi to acquire
investigation
Poppy,
is
that
what
was in the
they
morning.
Are demanding into the corruption of our
But yeah, so
system,
you're
and
getting the move, but
that's
honestly,
exactly,
how
I'm
it
sure,
kind of
what
slowed
Pam
down.
and Cash and everyone else
Literally,
mentioned
premiums are
here and
lower,
not
even if you're
mentioned
near
is
them.
going to
This
be
one's
doing.
odd, you guys.
We will
I
expel
didn't
the
really
rogue
notice it
actors
till
and
right now,
corrupt
but
forces from our government.
you just
We
hit
will
almost a new high. But look,
expose and very
near
much
the money
expose
premiums
their
even went
egregious
down.
crimes and severe
That's
misconduct,
crazy.
of which was levels
You guys
never
don't,
seen
you
anything
don't
like
feel
it.
me. Why is that
It's going
crazy?
to be legendary. It's going to also be legendary for the people
That means the
are
whole
able
skew
to
thing.
seek it out
You
and
lost,
bring
like you still
justice.
could have
We
made.
will
Again, we
restore
won
the
on
scales
everything
of
today,
justice in
except for
America,
the
and we
other
will
put
ensure that
on
such
Nvidia.
abuses never
But that means
happen
everything
again in
went
our
down.
country.
In the money, near the money,
And
out
that's
of the
why on
money,
day
they
one
all
I
went down.
signed an executive
They went
order
up off
banning
of the
all
initial
government
move,
censorship and
but they're
directing
not
the
like.
removal of every bureaucrat
But yeah, they're just
who
not. That's
conspired
kind
to
of
attack
insane.
free speech and many
They
other
all were
things
underperforming.
and
This was a
values
day
in America.
futures would have been the best.
My administration
You
stripped
see,
the
that's how I want you to
security
think.
clearances of the disgraced
It's like I'm telling you,
intelligence
you just got to
agents who
know
lied
when it's
about
there.
Hunter
But this one, we
Biden's
noticed it
laptop
later.
file.
We top
We
ticked it. We did
revoked
great.
the
But at the end of the day, that's
clearances
one
of
where
Derek
you want
Smith,
dollar for dollar.
Alvin
You see what I'm
Bragg,
saying?
Letitia James,
Because
and the crooked
after the
law
first
firms that
morning,
aided their partisan persecution.
after the first, I don't know
And I
why.
went
I
through
have no
these
idea
are,
why. We'll figure it out. But
state
even then,
and city
keep it in the tool
courts,
belt and don't forget. Because this is
and
the
the
play I made
corruption
this morning. I
is
bought these at the bottom at
unbelievable.
$250. You can see this
We
stream
also
alert. I sold out at
terminated the
$480.
clearances of the
But
Biden
at the
crime
end of the
family
day,
and
you
Joe
would
Biden
think in the
himself, he
money
didn't
higher,
deserve it. In fact,
these
he
would be
was
going with
essentially
it. But
found
no, it
guilty,
lost
but
to
they
like
said he
10,
was
20%
incompetent,
premium.
and therefore
That's why I'm
let's
looking
not
here for the
find him
breakout
guilty,
plays. And I'm
I
like, no
guess.
way.
Nobody knows
This
what
play
that
is deep in the
ruling
money,
was,
too.
but I
Not
didn't
deep,
want
but
any
it's in
part
there.
of it.
But
I
all
think
of
I
these
would
in the
have
money,
rather
out the
been
money are
found
dead. It could be
guilty
because the
than
VIX.
what they found
We
with
just
him.
slowed down, but
He said he didn't know what the hell he was doing.
the winner would have been dollar for
Therefore,
dollar.
he's
It
let
worked
him
in the
go.
morning, but
I said, you know, I'd
was
rather
very
be
fascinating.
convicted, Pam. I think that was not.
okay, well,
I said,
10-minute
"Please
rig, now
convict
you're
me,
lower.
Don't say that. I
Can't say
pardoned
that.
hundreds of political prisoners who had been grossly mistreated. We removed the senior FBI officials who misdirected resources to send SWAT teams after grandmothers and J6 hostages. And it was a great honor for me to fire, I will tell you this, a great honor to fire James Comey. A great, great honor. That was nothing. There was no better day. A lot of people said, oh, that's too bad you did that. And they said that's going to be, and you know what? A year later, they said, that actually saved the administration.
Intel is waking up.
There's a level of
So
corrupt
10-minute
things
rig.
that
Like
we
I
learned
said, you
after
might just
that
get something
turned
at the
out
end
to
of the
be
day,
that
sadly.
They were doing, in
Or
fact,
even after
really
hours.
bad things. He was a
Oh, yeah, we're
terrible
gonna lose
person,
on all
did
those
terrible
plays. Kept them
things,
small, though.
persecuted people, and all in the guise of being an angel, but he wasn't an angel.
He
We
wasn't.
created a brand new DOJ task force and anti-Christian bias. And under Director Patel, we're getting the FBI agents out of the headquarters in Washington, D.C., and back on the streets in pursuit of dangerous criminals where they belong and where they want to be. And, you know, you have that big FBI building, and it's a very big building.
Okay, now
and
it's
they were gonna
starting to
build an
go. Watch
FBI
those premiums, but
headquarters 3 hours
like I was
away
telling you, there's still a
in
lot of
Maryland,
catch up to
a
do.
liberal state, but that has no bearing on what I'm about to say. But we're going to stop it. Not going to let that happen. We're going to build another big FBI building right where it is, which would have been the right place because the FBI and the DOJ have to be near each other. You can't that's one thing I did learn from this persecution. The FBI and the DOJ work together. Now, in my case, they work together for bad purposes, but they
Does that
do.
work?
They were
Hold
always
on.
together. So how can you have one that's 3 hours away? But one thing I said to Cash, well,
I'm trying one of
you're
these
gonna get a great
dailies
building
at the
built.
high.
It's
I
gonna
want to
be
see.
a magnificent building. He said,
It
"Sir,
fucking
we don't
work.
need that kind of room."
All right, hold on.
I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I'm just going to take a old Department of Commerce building that's about 25% the size, And that's what I need. We're going to have the best staff that you've ever seen, and that's what I need. It's in a nice location, but I don't need that big building. Why don't you just sell the
They
site
let me
to somebody?
flip that.
And,
Remember last
we're gonna
time,
be
what did
very
they close
happy,
me on?
and,
They closed me on an
They
ETF.
want to have far fewer people, but
Yeah, it
we
worked for
also
a little
want to have
bit.
them in D.C. And
They're
if
still
for no
down,
other
though. They're
reason, we
moving,
like
but
having
it's
law
still, you're
enforcement
high, bro.
walking the
I can't
streets of
believe
our
that, though. That
capital.
was very fascinating.
Because when the bad guys are out there,
Because
and
this
they see
one,
there's
in the
an
money,
FBI
worked for
agent,
half the
that's
day.
the ultimate in
But
law
even then,
enforcement.
like, this last second half of
And
the
they're
day
not
was
gonna be
done.
acting so bad. We're cleaning up our city.
Bro, we did
We're
good.
cleaning
I'm
up
glad.
this great capital.
I have no complaints.
And we're not going to have crime.
And I'm sick.
We're not going to stand for crime.
That's great.
And
I
we're
felt
gonna
high
take
all
the
day.
graffiti down, and we're already
So we'll
taking
take
the
it.
tents down, and we're working with the administration. And if the administration can't do the job, we're going to have to take it back and run it through the federal government. But we hope the administration is going to be able. So far, they've been doing very well. The mayor's been
Very
doing
well.
a good job. We said there are tents galore right opposite the State Department. They have to come down, and they took them down right away. And so far, so good. But we want to have a capital that can be the talk of the world. When Prime Minister Modi of India, when the President of France, and all of these people, the head of Prime Minister of United Kingdom, they all came to see me over the last week and a half. And when they come in, I had the route run. I didn't want to have them see tents. I didn't want to have them see graffiti. I didn't want to have them see broken barriers and potholes in the roads, and we had it looking beautiful. And we're going to do that for the city, and we're going to have a crime-free capital. When people come here, they're not going to be mugged or shot or raped. They're going to have a crime-free capital again. It's going to be cleaner and better and safer than it ever was, and it's not going to take us too long. There's a new phenomena that is taking place where these violent, vicious lawyers that we have all over, they play the ref. You know what playing the ref is? Like the great Bobby Knight basketball coach. He'd scream.
Now the
scream
premium
at
FBI and
the ref.
DFJ
He'd
have to be
scream.
near each other.
By the way, I love Bobby
This
Knight
is just
'cause
the
he
This is
endorsed
the
me.
melt up
And
delay. Now the premium. Oh, I
having
should have held
Bobby
that
Knight's
fucking call.
endorsement in Indiana
That one I
was an
just flipped
extremely
just
good thing.
doubled.
A friend of mine said, I was
Yeah, there
running
you go. Now it's
Indiana
juicing
at
up.
the time. This was early on, 2016.
There you go.
And I was doing great.
Those
but
569s, they
said,
came
"You know
back to that
Bobby
one
Knight?"
price
I
and then
said,
went up.
No, I don't. But
I had it in the money there
he was
right
a tough
now.
cookie.
I just
He
flipped
said,
it for
not
like
only
$5,
tough,
but it
he
just
was
doubled.
beyond tough, but
Yeah, that extra
he's the most
point, bro.
popular guy you can
We have
imagine.
Apple
It
Plays,
turned
and then
out
a
he
lot of
wanted
things
to
are
endorse
moving.
me. He called me about 2 years before. He
Nice.
said, "Sir, I'd like to endorse you." I said, "Is this really Bobby Knight?" I said, "It's me." I could tell it was Bobby Knight.
It's me.
He had been known for throwing the chair across the court and slapping a player. Can't do things like that, right? And the man that came in fired him.
You
He was
grabbed
a
him at
new
51,
administrator
nice.
for the
I grabbed him at
that
1
guy
at
didn't last
50 and
very
flipped
long.
him. Then we had the
They were
570s.
like 14-0, and they fired Coach Knight.
Good, NVIDIA
That
pop.
was not
I have
good,
an
but
NVIDIA.
he
We
had
have
a
those
little
till
chip
next
in his
week.
shoulder,
All of
but
them.
he
I have
loved
big
Trump,
tech
and
till
he
next
came in
week.
and
So hopefully
he said, "I'd love to
decide
endorse
what you
He
want to
said, "Have you
hold.
ever
Take
run?
profits
Please
if
call
you
me."
don't.
He said, "You know Bobby
But
Knight?"
good
I
day,
said,
guys. Good
"Well, I
day.
don't know, but he called me a couple of years ago. It was an amazing phenomenon. I took his number, and on each side of my desk in New York, I had stacks of paper. Like
Someone wants to give you
nice
10K
and
to buy
neat,
up. No,
about
don't do
2
it.
feet high each. And I said, I wrote his number down and I put it
Do you
here
see
2
how
years
fast
ago.
I came to that
I said,
conclusion?
let me see if I can find it. It
So
was
you're like,
almost
Josh,
a
somebody said
miracle.
that
I had
I
other
try
miracles
options,
that
but don't do
happened
it.
too. My
Trust
ear
me.
is still
It's going to
throbbing.
be a nightmare. Not to
was a
mention, it's not
miracle.
hard to make a Robin Hood.
That was a
So
miracle
if
also,
you're getting
wasn't it?
exposed to illegal shit,
That was a miracle
better to insulate
also.
yourself if it's only $10,000.
Thank you. Thank you,
pass.
Leo. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Chad, 3 minutes. Wrap it up.
Thank you, my man.
Wrap it up. I should have held it in the money.
Anyway. Okay, that's it. That's very nice. Thank you. But so he said, Bobby Knight. So I said, I put his name down and I wrote it down. It's in one of these stacks. I lifted up. There would have to be 2,000-3,000 pages in each stack. I lifted it up, the first one, had no idea. And there was his name on a little card, Bobby Knight with his number. It was
And
like
then
incredible.
here's the
I tell
deal.
that
If your
story all the
stream
time.
alerts
And I called him.
If the last week or
and
two
dialed the
paid for
number,
your
he
year of
said,
stream alerts,
I've been waiting for you to
you should
call.
withdraw it from your account
And he
so
went
you
out
don't
and
cry
he
about
made
it if you
speech
take a
for
bad
me
play.
in a packed
Okay?
arena
Thank
in
you.
Indiana, and it was over.
Thank you.
It
Great,
was over.
great,
He
great
was,
week. Even
He
today.
was a tough guy.
I'm a
He
victim of
actually,
selling early, but we
went
still
a little
got
far, you
awesome
know,
entries.
If you remember, he made a great speech because he was actually a motivational type guy, to put it mildly.
No, the premium just caught
But
up.
he
I
left
was
the
just
stage,
telling you
and
it was
then
behind. It
he was
frogged.
talking, and he
They
walks
all
back
just
onto the
went
stage.
with
I
it.
said, uh-oh, this
That's
is
it.
trouble. Why is he coming back? He was a big guy, too. Why is he coming back? He said, may I say a few more words? I said, yeah, go ahead, Bobby. Say a few more words. A little different. And he said, let me tell you something about this guy, Trump. This guy, if he has to, will use the nuclear weapons that we have. He will use he has no fear. He's going to use, and that's the kind of guy. And he walked off the stage. I said, I think I'm in big trouble, Pam. That was not good, but it worked out okay. In the meantime, we won the state in a landslide, and it was great, and it was just an amazing period of time. But this is the most amazing period of time. I think this is more amazing. What's taken place.
All right, man, wrap it
more
up.
amazing.
You got a
I
minute
think it's more
45.
consequential.
We killed it,
And,
baby. You had good
if we do the
opportunity there.
job, you know, one of the
Make your
big
mind up on what you
media
choose
outlets
to
said,
hold, my brethren.
What we did was the most
have a
consequential
good
election
day.
in the last 129 years.
And then, I mean,
Well,
sell anything
we
if it
do the
has
job
value.
that we're all capable
If it
of doing,
expires
I think
today.
it's going to prove to be that and then some, and that's what we want to do. We have a real big shot at making this country so great, so great. What happened to our country was so sad. What they've done in 4 years to our country with the borders, with Afghanistan, the most embarrassing period of time, allowing the Russian situation, it was never going to happen, with Ukraine. Allowing October
Next
7th
on
to happen.
everything's
It would
running
never
right. There's a
happen
lot of
because
random
everybody
names. I
around
can't
was
even get a
totally
handle
broke.
on
They
it.
had no money.
It's
They
every
weren't giving any
industry.
money to
This is
Hamas
a broad
or
rally.
Hezbollah. Totally
Bonds are
broke.
moving. Keep that in
Allowing,
mind for
inflation.
next week.
Look at what
Now you got
inflation's
healthcare,
done to people.
HD,
Been so
UNH. Yeah,
devastating. And now you see
dude, it's
that,
just
by the
all
way,
over the
price
place.
of eggs is down 35%
That's it. You're
in
getting
the
all that
last week
algo
and a half.
movement. Maybe that's what homie
We're
was
doing a
talking
good
about
job.
earlier.
Brooke is doing a good job.
Everything.
Brooke
A lot of
Rollins and
info.
everybody.
That's it. You're not going to close right or anything.
And
30 seconds.
Inflation's down, interest
I can't
rates
yell.
are down,
I can't yell
gasoline
right
has
now.
come down to a level that we haven't seen in a long time. All things that we wanted to do, because then everything else is going to be coming down. We want it to come down. We want bacon to come down, and
bacon,
groceries. A term I used to use. It's sort of an old-fashioned term, but I used to use it on the campaign trail. Those last 90 perfect, beautiful days. We
10
just hit it.
seconds.
And I want to thank Susie. You have done a great job, Susie Wiles. Great job, Susie.
Thanks, Suze. Hey, wow.
The magazine just named her the most powerful
Ding, ding,
woman
ding,
in
ding,
the world,
ding,
and
ding,
that's
ding,
okay
ding,
with
ding.
me. She is the most
Do you guys see the
powerful
high
woman.
of the day? What
You think
price is
about
that?
it, John, right?
Do
The
you
most
remember a
powerful
price
woman in
from
the
this
world, but
morning?
She's great. And we had a great
GG,
90
baby.
days. It was a perfect 90
I'm going to
days,
go set
and,
up the
it was a
2K and Call
great
of Duty.
result.
I
But
want to
we
play
wanna
2K,
put
though.
that result to
But I'll
good
let
use
this
by
play.
doing a phenomenal job. And I wanted
High
to
of the
tell
day,
you that,
56.45.
Todd and Emil know this very
Close
well.
at
We had
56.36.
an amazing judge.
God
in
bless you,
Florida.
Chad. I made it through a day, bro.
Her name is
I'm
Eileen
dead right
Cannon.
now. I hope you
And
enjoyed your
I
week
didn't
and
know
got
her.
some good
I
plays.
still don't know her. I don't
Thank
believe
you
I
for
ever
not
spoke
getting
to her even
banned.
during
For
the
real,
trial.
man. Because y'all
But
are great.
I did appoint
And I
her,
like the
federal
people
judge.
who are using this channel
And
to
these
benefit
fake lawyers,
themselves.
these horrible
And
human
not
beings
to
were
get
hitting
some
her so
weird
hard.
emotions out of
Public
it or
relations
whatever,
was
but
they were
like
playing the ref.
you're getting it and advancing
it's
and
legal.
getting better
I don't think
and
it's legal.
growing
They might
and
as well go
having
out
a
and
long
just
term, baby.
shout it
So
in the
another
courthouse.
awesome week.
They
God
were
bless
saying she was
America.
slow.
Thank you to the
She
veterans.
wasn't smart. She was totally biased.
That's it,
she
man.
loved Trump.
That's Friday.
I didn't know
Oh
her.
man, I want to
Other than
sleep.
I
I'm gonna
saw
play
her
some COD though.
The couple of days that I was in court,
What a
and
day,
I thought
bro.
her
We
decorum
hit.
was amazing.
That's it. We had that
Anything
one
bad they
day
could
where
say,
we
though,
we
they were
didn't do
saying
good
about her
and we
was,
learned from it. And it was only
whatever
two,
they could
but
say
then,
bad
bro,
about a human being,
we've
all
been
made
hitting,
up.
dog. Hits.
Because actually she was brilliant. She moved quickly. She was the absolute model of
But now
what
I need
a
a vomit.
judge should be. And
Now
she
I
was
need a
strong
nap,
and
bro.
tough.
I need a nap.
And how do you get them to stop if you're a judge? How do you get them to stop with the playing the ref? Bobby Knight would play the ref. That's why I brought up the Bobby Knight story. He would play the ref. He'd scream at the ref. He'd scream so hard. Oh, boy, it was terrible, actually. And the
terrible, actually.
people would come up, his assistant coaches would come up to players. Coach, don't do that.
You can't carry in COD. I
He
carry.
said he's not going to change his tune.
You
Coach.
guys haven't
He's
realized
not changing.
I
don't
carry
care.
at these video
and
games.
He's screaming. That's when he threw
I
the
play the
chair. He
chat. I
starts
put
going
up 50
crazy.
kills.
And he said, no, he's
50.
not going to change this time, but he's going to change
Consistently,
for the
I
next
throw up
play.
50, bro.
And sure as hell he did. You know, Bobby, by the way, had the last undefeated team in basketball.
50.
And relatively speaking, you know, he had a team. He always had a team. He never had that. Well, he had a couple of great players, obviously, some top NBA players, but very few relatively. He had a team, but he won the national championship 3 times. But he had the last undefeated team in basketball. And he would play the ref, and he would scream at him. He knew exactly what he was doing. They're doing the same thing. He said, no, he's not going to change now, but he's going to change for the next one. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to scare the hell.
I know. It's really my
kryptonite, scare the hell
bro.
out of the judges.
Dystopian, the only one who gets me off my game.
How do you stop it if you're a judge? Because you want to go home, you have a family, you have children, and the New York Times.
No, we're
write
playing
whatever
2K.
These people say.
I miss basketball.
The Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal, and MSDNC, and the fake news CNN, and ABC, CBS, and NBC, and they'll write whatever they say. And what do you do to get rid of it? You convict Trump. All you have to do is be really tough on him and ultimately convict him, and they leave you alone. It's totally illegal what they do. I just hope you can all watch for it, but it's totally illegal. And it was so unfair what they were doing to her, but they do it all the time with judges. But in her case, she was very courageous.
Buy no season pass.
And
what do you guys
it
want me
only
to
made
do?
her
Point
angry.
guard, shooting
Wouldn't you say
guard,
it just made her angry?
or center?
She didn't
You
like
erase
it.
2K?
A lot of them say,
Don't tell you
please
got in a
don't
beef
say
with
that about
randoms.
me. My family, what's my husband gonna
Bro,
say?
I be
What's my
fucking,
wife gonna
I
say,
be
or my
giving them
kids?
life lessons.
Please don't say that. And
I had a
it
guy
had
the other
absolutely
time, bro.
no impact on her and the case against
This
me,
kid
which
was like, he got mad. Nobody was passing him
a
the ball.
case I will not
No,
use
bro,
a
I
bad
gave
word.
him a
I
PHILO.
promised. I promised.
And
my
I
wife
quit
would
because
never
I told
use
him,
a
I'm
bad
like,
word.
look,
So
I'm like, you're
just a
not
little
getting the
bad.
ball,
The case against
and
me
you're
was
still wasting
bullshit.
your time. I said, even if you think
And
you're
she
doing it,
correctly
I said, you
dismissed
shouldn't
it.
waste your time like that. Because I said, watch. I
correctly-
said, look what I'm going to do. Because I'm going to quit because you're a bitch. Because I'm not going to waste my time playing with a
That's
bitch.
interesting.
I don't care. I'm going to go be where I
But
want to
these
be.
two
And I was
guys
trying to
were warriors.
explain
You got a
to
warrior
son,
here.
I
You
was
got
like,
two
listen,
warriors, I can
you
tell
got to
you that.
just
You know, a
don't. Like,
bunch
you're
of
not
them.
getting what you want.
But,
Why waste your time then still?
and they wouldn't
I was
quit.
trying to teach him
They
the
wouldn't take no for an
advantage
answer.
of
They
moving
just wouldn't
forward.
quit. These
Try
two
to
people
lead by
right up here,
example, but
some others
I don't
are
know where he ended up.
involved
I don't
with
know
it
what happened after
indirectly.
that.
And what the lawyers do is they're doing it to the Supreme Court justices, hoping that they'll be overcome by the horrible things they say about them. They say things about Supreme Court justices and judges that are just horrible. They're playing the ref. Remember the way they treated Justice Thomas and Justice Alito and Justice Kavanaugh, Justice
I should have
Gorsuch.
charged him $6.99
Chief
for that.
Justice Roberts get treated unbelievably badly, and they're hoping that
Bro,
they can
my
sway
throat,
them to.
it doesn't
go along
hurt
because,
until, like,
again,
it feels like
what do
my
they do?
sinus is
They're
bleeding.
humans, you know. Like it would be wonderful if everybody was just a perfect computer machine, but they're not.
Does anybody
they're
play
humans,
2K?
and
Does
they
anybody
don't
want
want
to play with me or no?
Accused
Let me
of
run one game
many,
and then
many
we'll play
things,
COD.
including gross
You
incompetence.
guys
They
really
don't
want,
like it.
but I need one. I need
They
one
don't want it.
2K
There's
game,
not much
bro.
they can do about it. You know, they're in a position they can't really fight back really very well. And so what they do is sometimes they get weak. I would say a majority, maybe, of the times. That's why I'm so impressed with Judge Cannon in Florida, how strong she was, how she held up. It actually made her more resolute than anything I've seen. I mean, it was amazing because they were hitting her so hard. It was so sad to watch this. But it's sad what they do to other judges. It's very sad what they do to the Supreme Court. And a lot of the judges that I had, if you look at them, they take tremendous abuse in the New York Times and the Washington Post, all of the different networks. They take such abuse. And honestly, very simply, they're afraid of bad publicity. They don't want bad publicity. And it's truly interference, in my opinion, and it should be illegal, and it probably is illegal in some form. There's no difference than speaking to a judge or shouting to a judge or doing whatever you have to do in a courthouse. They're doing it behind the back. They're usually doing it anonymously. They're saying anonymously, off the record, the judge is no good, but everybody knows where it's coming from. And it's totally coordinated. It's a campaign, and it's by the same scum that you have been dealing with for years, like guys like Andrew Weissman, deranged Jack Smith. There's a guy named Norm Eisen. I don't even know what he looks like. His name is Norm Eisen of Crew. He's been after me for 9 years. Now, Crew is a charitable organization. And the reason I'm saying this, Todd, is I'm only going to get one chance to say this. But these are bad people. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he looks like. But everything I read is Norm Eisen of Crew. And Crew is a charitable organization. And
oh shit, that's me.
That's a political thing.
Okay,
his sole life is to get Donald Trump. And he's been vicious and violent. And he's trying. And he probably had pretty good success over the years. But with me, how did he do? I think I'm president. Am I here because I'm president? But we had to take all of that abuse. Even during the trials, we had to take tremendous abuse. Like, you know, these wonderful guys, they're not legitimate people. They're horrible people. They're scum. And you have to know that. And you're going to have these cases where you can't allow yourselves to be deflected. You just can't let it happen. You have such a higher calling. And I believe that CNN and MSDNC, who literally write 97.6% bad about me, are political arms of the Democrat Party. And in my opinion, they're really corrupt and they're illegal. What they do is illegal. It makes no difference how big a victory I had. I can have the biggest victory in history. It makes no difference what kind of a failure the other side has. These people are going to go after me. And I said it during the other night, during the big speech on Tuesday night. I said about Democrats, and I don't like that. I have great respect, by the way, for what Schumer did today. He went out and he said that I'm going to have to vote with the Republicans because it's the right thing to do. I couldn't believe what I heard. But, you know, I think he's going to get some credit for it. I think, let's see what happens tonight with the big vote as it comes. But these networks and these newspapers are really no different than a highly paid political operative. And it has to stop. It has to be illegal. It's influencing judges, and it's really changing law, and it just cannot be legal. I don't believe it's legal. And they do it in total coordination with each other. And everything we do, we're restoring law, restoring order, and restoring public safety in America. That's what we want to do. And we're bringing honor and integrity and accountability back to the highest levels of the FBI, DOJ, and throughout
Are we getting Grand Theft Auto
We're
this
bringing
year?
our country back faster than anyone ever thought possible. We're working so hard at doing it, and we want fairness in the courts. The courts are a big factor. The elections, which were totally rigged, are a big factor. We have to have honest elections. We have to have borders, and we have to have courts and law that's fair. Well, we're not going to have a country. Crooked Joe Biden got us into a real mess with Russia and everything else he did, frankly, but he didn't know about it, and he, generally speaking, signed it with AutoPen, so how would he know? That AutoPen is a big deal. I don't know, you know, they're having, who's doing this? So when my people come up, Will and all of the people, Steve, they come up and, sir, this is an executive order. They explain it to me, and, you know, 90% of the time I sign it, 99% of the time I say do it. But they come up and I sign it. But you don't use AutoPen. It's, number one, it's disrespectful to the office. Number two, maybe it's not even valid because, you know, who's getting him to sign? He had no idea what the hell he was doing. If he did, all of these bad things wouldn't be happening right now. But we're going to get you back into a great position, and we've already started. They say that we had the most successful first month of presidency. Not a long time, but it's still a lot. It's like if you're a golfer, sinking a 3-foot putt on the first hole gives you confidence to sink something on the second hole. But if you miss that first putt, you don't like to have the putt on the second hole and the third hole. It could be a very bad experience. It's nice to get that first month, and now we have more than a month. Now we have a month and a half. And it's going really, really well. I can tell you as a little secret, although the cameras are blazing back there, so it's not that much. But I think we're doing well, as you have been hearing about Ukraine. I think we're doing now well with Russia. We're speaking with President Putin. We want to get the war over. not only have we spent maybe $350 billion to Europe's, think of that, $350 billion to $100 billion, and yet we're across the ocean far away, so it shouldn't have been that way, but Biden let that happen too. And we're getting a deal where we're going to get that back, but much more importantly are the lives that we're talking about.
I'm dying, bro.
On
I hope
average,
this
2,000
distracts
young
me.
people are being killed every single day. Now, they're not from here. They're from nowhere close to here, but they're young
I'm in a squad.
people.
We got
They're
Zellman. Let's run
human
it, baby.
beings, and they have parents.
Do this shit.
They have sisters and brothers, the mothers and fathers, the friends and the families, and the towns where they grew up.
Who are these people?
And they're losing, on average, 2,000, even 2,500 a week. And I want to get it stopped. And we've had some very good calls today with Russia.
I did have some good
and
calls.
with Ukraine. They've agreed for a
that's what you meant.
ceasefire if we can get it with Russia.
Oh.
And it's
Yeah,
not
that too.
easy. It's a
Fuck, I
tough
don't like
one.
these guys.
But I think we're doing it. And as the Secretary
We'll
General
play
said
COD after
yesterday
this
of
if I'm still
NATO,
awake.
a terrific guy. He said without
I was
Trump,
craving
we wouldn't be
2K.
talking about it. It would just
I don't
go
know
on
how.
for
I haven't
years,
played
and
2K in a while,
millions
and I've been
more
craving
people,
it.
Millions of people have been killed, but millions more people would be killed. And he said it was a great honor. Without me, it would just keep going on. We're looking for the ceasefire now with Russia, and we've had some very good talks about it. We've had some very good responses.
That's not
And
what we heard earlier.
I can tell you that there was a case where there would have been no war if I were president, and it's just 100% would not have happened, would never have happened. I used to speak to President Putin a lot about it. I said, don't do it.
This guy, 99.
Don't do it. I won't tell you what the consequence was. I won't tell you what he's, but if he believed even 5% of what I said, then he would say, I'm not going to do it. And I think he did.
Bro.
But we had a good relationship, and we had a professional relationship, and his
I
respect
used
for
to
this
play
country.
Madden back in the day.
And
I'll hit that,
I
baby.
think we had, I
Easy
think we've
money.
had some very good results. So, you know, I haven't been able to say that to anybody else. I haven't wanted to say it until just before I came here. I got some pretty good news. So, but we have to see what happens. It's still a long way to go. The fighting is unbelievable. Russia has a large group of Ukrainian soldiers, as we speak, surrounded and in grave danger. They've been able to surround them. They're in grave danger. Biden should have never let this war happen. First of all, you don't want to pick on somebody that's a lot larger than you, even with the money.
He's a real estate agent.
There's a lot of money that we gave them and a lot of equipment. We make the best military equipment in the world, but even with all of that,
Money.
it's unbelievable.
got
Right
Hall
now,
of
you have a
Fame
lot
dimer,
of
bro. You
Ukrainian
hitting that.
soldiers that are encircled and in grave danger, and I've asked them not
Look
to
at this
kill
dribbly
those
dribble
soldiers, please,
motherfucker.
not
Look at
to
him trying to
kill those
dance. He's going to go
soldiers.
back court.
We don't want them killed. It's such a shame to see what's
I was there
happened.
too. Outlet.
Thing like that
Oh,
would
too
have
late.
never
too late.
happened.
Slow down.
Inflation would have never happened. October 7th would have never happened. Israel,
Slightly
Iran
late
had no money.
is
They were
crazy.
totally broke. Think of it. They had no money to give to anybody.
I need to
They were
change my
totally
shot,
broke.
bro. It always be saying
And within
late
a short
and it's
period
hella
of
quick.
time, as soon as Biden came in, he took
you
out
gonna
all
pop
the
that?
sanctions. In
Fucking
China and everybody else that wasn't buying
know.
oil from Iran was
dancing
buying it at
motherfucker.
levels that they never spent before.
Oh,
And
I saw you, bro.
it
I
was
can't believe you hit that.
it was a sad thing.
Oh.
And if you look at Afghanistan,
Violence.
that was probably what got Putin started, because when he looked at how horribly we looked, I think the most embarrassing day, not that we got out because we were getting out. I would have been out faster than them. I was the one that got it down to the right level. But we would have kept Bagram, the big Air Force base. We would have kept it. Right now, China occupies Bagram. And the reason we would have kept it is because they were 1 hour away from where China has and builds its nuclear missiles and weapons. And they gave that up. At the dark of night, they left the lights on, and they left the dogs behind, by the way. A lot of people say, what about all the dogs? They had a lot of dogs, and they left the dogs behind. And what a shame. What a shame. The way we got out, I think it was the most humiliating time in the history of our country. The way it happened, not that we were getting out, because we wanted to get out, but we
How the
would have
fuck
gotten out
this
with
guy's so
dignity
fast?
and strength. And what a difference a rigged and crooked election had on our
at
country
that.
when you think about it. And the people who did this to us should go to jail. They should go to jail.
Always
So I just
inspiring
want
again.
to say
Real
God
estate, baby.
bless
Let's go.
America, because we have to say God bless. We're lucky we're still here.
I'm playing with the real estate agents now.
And this whole thing could
up top.
lead, I think.
That's a great pass.
I think we have it, but this could lead to World War III very easily.
Are they playing? I think they're playing
zone.
zone.
To World War III, but I think we're in pretty good shape. A lot better than we were before we got involved. That I can tell you. That was heading into World War III territory, and that would have been a war like no other because of nuclear weapons and other types of weapons that
I thought it was
people you don't even want to know about. But as many of you do know, well, we're focused on persecuting, and these people were really focused on persecuting.
They're good though. We can't
Republicans.
sleep.
The last administration.
This guy gonna try to dance all
presided
day.
over the worst increase in violent crime in our country in many, many decades. We had levels of violence and crime, and a lot of it had to do with the illegal immigrants that came in. Remember when I used to complain about it? Because I knew how tough they were, how mean they were. And they said, no, people that come into our country are all wonderful people. No, they're not wonderful. These are stone cold killers. These are killers they make our killers look nice by comparison. They make our killers look nice. These are rough, tough people with the tattoos all over their face. Historically speaking, I don't want to discriminate against anybody, but historically speaking, they're not going to be the head of any major bank that we know of. These are rough people. These are rough killer people, and they allowed them in by the millions. In major cities like New York, Chicago, and Washington, mothers can't walk their children to the park without fear of being shot.
They don't know I'm sick.
Or killed or raped or anything.
I got him.
Women can't ride the subway without worrying that a hoodlum will shove them
on 2K right now.
onto the train tracks. In New York, it's happened twice in the last couple of weeks. They're standing there, perfect Wall Street gentleman in one case, and another person who was a worker, good worker, electrician, gets pushed into a train going 45 miles an hour just prior to the train, not stopping, going to go through that. So I know the stations very well. I used to take the subway. I used to feel safe. When I was young, I'd go to my parents would drop me off at the subway. I'd take the subway to my school. Can you believe it? Today, they wouldn't be doing that. And we want to get a country back maybe where you can do that again, Pam. But it's so sad to see what's taking place under the Biden regime. Average monthly homicides increased by 14%. Property crime rose tremendously. Violent crime went up at least 37% that they know of. Rape soared by 42%. Car theft rose by 48%. And robbery surged to 63 to 100%. They don't even know what the number is.
How is that late?
And I have no higher mission as President of the United States than to end this killing and stop this law breaking and to making America safe again. And that's what you're all about in this room. We want to protect Americans, and we protect everybody that's in our country, American or not American. We want to have a safe and proud country. We're joined today by dozens of police officers, sheriffs, and sheriffs, deputies from all across the country. My message to these law enforcement heroes is simple. With me in the White House, you once again have a president who will always have your back. We'll always have your back. Thank you, fellas. Thank you. That's a lot of good-looking people. I will tell you, I feel safe. I'm glad you're in the room. I feel even safer. It's a lot of great people. On day one, I signed an executive order directing Attorney General to ensure that anyone who murders a police officer immediately, with as fast a trial as we can have, gets the death penalty.
What the hell am I going to do over here?
And last month, I fired all the radical left pro-crime U.S. attorneys appointed by Joe Biden. There were so many that were bad, and I know there were some that were probably very good, but there were so many that were so bad and so evil, so corrupt. Instead of having Marxist prosecutors who want to put police officers in handcuffs and go after a police officer rather than a criminal, I appointed patriotic, tough-on-crime warriors who will partner with police to put dangerous offenders behind bars, put them in jail. We're fully reviving 1033 program to provide state and local law enforcement with surplus military equipment, that we have so much of it. I did it in my last administration, and I remember Obama wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it before me, would not do it, because he thought it made them look too strong, too military. I said, no, that's what I want them to look like. I want them to look strong. And it was protective, defensive equipment. We had billions of dollars. I gave it out, and now I'm going to have a chance to give it out again. They didn't want to do it with Biden. And Biden didn't know why. I didn't, you know, if they would have asked him, he wouldn't have been able to answer the question. He could never answer a question. They said my press conference yesterday was longer than all of Biden's press conferences put together for the last 4 years. And I don't know if that's true, but it was close. And perhaps most importantly, we're securing our border and repelling the invasion of America. We have, you see the numbers have come down. So, and Tom Homan and Christie have been incredible. Christie Noem, Secretary, she's done great. And Tom Homan is, I don't know if Tom Homan's here, but wherever he may be, I think he's chasing people out of our country. If he was here, I'd almost be disappointed. What are you doing, Tom? But he's a fantastic guy, and he's a brave guy. Over the past 4 years, other countries emptied out their prisons and jails, mental institutions, and insane asylums, and sent the killers, drug smugglers, and bloodthirsty inmates from the filthiest dungeons of the world straight into the USA. An open border. We had an open border policy. Anybody could come in, no matter what you were, no matter where you came from, no matter what you looked like, no matter what you were doing, no matter what you did, no matter how many people you murdered, you could come right into our country. We have murderers right now walking the streets.
I hate this game, dude.
We're joined today by Tammy Nobles, whose 20-year-old daughter, Kayla, was attacked in her home 3 years ago, horrifically assaulted and strangled to death by an illegal alien MS-13 monster set loose into our country under the open border Biden regime. Kayla was one of countless American victims ripped away from their families by the open border policies of that administration. We're also joined by Kayla's stepfather, Jeremiah, and several other courageous angel families here today. And I'd love you to all just stand up and take a bow, because you are incredible people. Please. Thank you.
Oh, that's late. Oh, yeah, I thought he was. I thought that was fun.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. But I want you to know that we are working every day to expel these savages from our country and ensure that what happened to your loved ones will never happen again. So their legacy is going to be a great one. Thank you all very much. We appreciate it. On day one of my administration, I declared a national emergency on our southern border. In our first full month in office, we achieved the lowest level of illegal border crossings ever recorded, okay? Even lower than 4 years ago. For years, Democrats and the media kept saying that we needed new legislation. We had to have new legislation. We needed it immediately, and I never had legislation. I had the best border in the history of our country for almost 4 years. And by the time I got out, we had the lowest numbers ever. My favorite chart of all time was brought down that day. And on that chart said we had the lowest numbers ever. But it turned out that we really didn't need new legislation. All you needed was a new president.
Cut square.
And I said that the other night. That's all you needed was a new president saying, close the borders, because the Border Patrol is unbelievable, ICE is unbelievable, and all of our law enforcement is just incredible. All of you guys are amazing, and the people of our country respect you and they love you. And a lot of times you don't hear that because you have to listen to the fake news back there, but they have great respect for you. So I just want you to know that. And you know, that includes our fire departments too. They don't get spoken about enough. You know, they go into some of the areas I read where they're shooting them off ladders. Can you believe it? They go up to put out a fire, Leo, and they go and they shoot them off a ladder. It's just unbelievable. These firemen and women are incredible. So I want to put them in the same category because they're just incredible. I also like that the fact they voted for me like at 94%. So I have to mention them. I have no choice, right? But the truth is they're phenomenal people.
help
The
you out
law
too,
enforcement,
Emil. I know
fire,
you're trying to
everybody,
get
they're phenomenal. Basically first responders, because that's what they are. They're first responders. And we're ending the migrant occupation of America. And what we're doing now is we're liberating our cities and our suburbs and our towns. And you see a big difference. I'm getting calls all the time from even leaders of other countries saying, sir, the whole world feels liberated now. It feels like there's a light over America, but there's a light over the whole world. I hear that so much. It's so nice to hear, too. And I feel it. I mean, I feel it. I look at it. I see the polls. I don't know if the polls are right, but they're certainly very good. I'll take them right now. It's amazing, amazing what's taken place in such a short period of time, really 6 weeks, but it's longer than that. It's really November 5th. I think that hopefully will go down, if you do your job great, it'll go down as the most important day, one of them at least in the history of our country. You know, July 4th was pretty, 1776, it was pretty important too. But let's see if we can top it. Can we top it? I don't know. That's a tough one, but we're going to try. But it will be one of the most important days in the history of our country. So I think, and I think everybody in this room wants that to happen. Last month, we officially designated MS-13 and Tren de Aragua. That's the Venezuelan gang, the toughest gang, they say, in the world, and the Mexican drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. That's a big deal. Nobody wanted to do that in the past. And by the way, we've caught hundreds of them, the Venezuelan gang, which is as bad as it gets. And you'll be reading a lot of stories tomorrow about what we've done with them. And you'll be very impressed, and you'll feel a lot safer, too, because they are a vicious group. They went into Colorado. They took over areas of Colorado. They sort of were like me. They were in the real estate business, but they didn't go out and get financing. They just took over a building and kept it. And they said to the tenants, get the hell out of here. One man called the police, and they cut off his fingers. And they say, you call again, your other fingers, and you call a third time, and you're dead. These are tough people and bad people, and we're getting them out of our country. And some are so bad, we don't want to get them out. We have to put them in jail because we don't want to even take a chance that they can come back. Thanks to our efforts, Mexico recently handed over 29 of the biggest cartel leaders, including the depraved kingpin charged with the 1985 murder of DE agent Kiki Camarena. And that was a big deal, if you know. They've been looking for this person for years, many years, and we got him. This evil killer will be now prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And we know that, well, it's, let's put it this way, I have to be nice. It's a very strong case. We're stopping the criminals pouring across our borders at record levels, and we're also stopping the massive quantities of deadly drugs. In 2023 alone, drug overdoses killed more Americans in 12 months than they did during the entire decade between 1980 and 1990, so 10 times more, but it's much higher than that. More Americans died from fentanyl last year than died in the Korean War, or the Iraq War, or the Afghanistan War, all of them combined. That's why I've placed large tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China, and they will remain in place until these deadly poisons stop pouring into our country. And I will tell you, as soon as I put on the tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China, unbelievable results have been seen in the last few weeks. Unbelievable results. They weren't happy about it. You probably read they weren't happy, but they are working like hell to end it. They weren't working very hard before I did that. With us today is a brave mother and advocate, Ann Fundner, who lost her beautiful 15-year-old son, Weston, to fentanyl. And Ann, if you would, I'd like to ask you to come up and say a few words, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, first I want to say thank you. I think this is the biggest honor of my entire life, being on stage with President Trump. But I want to tell you a little bit about my son, Weston, who absolutely loved President Trump. He had a beautiful Trump 2020 flag hanging in his bedroom, and he had it on the beach one day, and we took a picture, and it became our 2020 Christmas card with the most perfect slogan for President Trump, peace on earth. What would happen in the next 4 years would be devastational to our country and our safety of our children. And in 2022, Weston lost his life, a freshman in high school at the age of 15, from a single pill that took his life.
Oh, I should have taken that.
The cartels were allowed to operate on American soil and took hundreds of thousands of American lives. And so we knew there was only one person that could save us from the devastation on our American soil, and that was President Trump. And so in 2024, we did the best thing that we could do to keep America safe again, and we elected President Donald J. Trump. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And he's done everything that he's
Peace out,
promised.
bro. Yeah,
We
we're
have
live.
a
We're just getting
98%
destroyed. We were doing good, bro. I don't know what
border
happened.
crossings. And he has labeled the terrorist cartels terrorist organizations. And he has instilled tariffs because there is no price on human life. And so I feel like I can speak for the entire fentanyl fighting community when I say thank you to President Trump, and thank you to Pam Bondi and everyone out here who is fighting this fight. God bless you. God bless you, President Trump. And God bless America. Thank you.
So proud of him.
You guys suck. You're killing him.
Thank you, Ann, very much. Weston is, I just said to Ann, Weston is up
wide
in heaven
open.
watching his mom, and he's so proud of you. He's so proud of you. Thank you. We're also joined today by a number of other American families who have lost loved ones to fentanyl, and I'd love you to just stand up for a second, and we want to acknowledge you, and also your daughters, your sons. They're looking down on you, and they're loving you like crazy. So thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I hate this game, 2K, so I didn't
This
play
department will not
for
rest
fucking
until
a
we have
year.
ended the fentanyl epidemic in
hate this
America
game.
once
This
and
is
for
why I
all.
stopped
In less
playing
than
it.
2
It's
months
terrible.
since I took office, the DEA and FBI have seized nearly 1 million deadly doses of fentanyl, and that's just the beginning. At my direction and working
Have you
with
heard the
Pam and
theory?
everybody
Somebody
else,
said they
we've
said
launched
every
an
game is a
all-out
sim.
war on fentanyl traffickers.
So right when we get into
and
lobbies,
it's
it's
a
all
war that we're going
simulated.
to win.
Like, you already
we're going
know
to win
who's
this
gonna
war. I spoke
win,
with the
lose, all of
president
that.
of Mexico, very nice woman, very fine woman, and I said, let me ask
No,
you, you're
'cause
sending
it
a
is
lot
like
of drugs
that, though,
into our country.
sometimes.
We're not liking it at all. Can't do that. But I said, is Mexico, does it have much of a drug? She said, no, we're not a consuming nation. I thought it was an interesting term. And I said, why? And which I've heard also, by the way, they're not a consuming nation. They distribute, but they don't consume. But I said, why are you not a consumer? Well, we're very close with family. I said, so we're very close with family, too. I mean, our families are being devastated, and we're just as close. Why else? She said, well, we spend a lot of money on advertising saying how bad drugs are. They're very rough ads. They show the skin falling off and the teeth falling out and going blind and losing hair and everything that these things do. You look like you just came out of a horrible concentration camp. And she said it was, they're rough ads. And it's not often that I feel I've learned something from a phone call, because I've had a lot of phone calls over my life. But I realized right then and there what a great idea that is. And we have hired Susie, a great person who did a lot of our campaign work. And we've come up with an advertising campaign that's, I think, really incredible. More than anything else, it's terrible to watch. Terrible to watch. It's the only way it's going to work. And I would be, because we got the numbers down, 18% would have a blue ribbon committee headed by the First Lady of the United States, who everyone loves, and some of her friends. And, you know, they work so hard, but it's a tough deal. They're dealing with very smart and very vicious people. You know, some of those businesses, those cartels are run better than any business in America. They say they're run incredibly, not just here. They all over the world. They're run like a major business, but in many cases better. And I said, we got it 18% down. Well, 18% is incredible. It's like a record, but when you think of it, it's not very much. And the way you get it down, if you want to get it down to close to 100%,
is terrible. This is, I don't know what I have
maybe
to
America's not ready for that. China has a death penalty. Singapore has a death penalty. Various places have.
Honestly,
a death
Chad,
penalty.
this is a PHILO because this is just like this is how fast life could go downhill.
This country's ready for it. So
don't ever forget. That's why you
get
a long term.
But I don't know. I just don't know if you're ready for it, and that's okay. It's nothing you can do. But what we're going to do is we're doing this campaign, and I think we can get it down 50% with this campaign. Because when people see all the horrible things that these drugs do to you, we're especially focused on fentanyl. When they see all of the horrible things that happen when you take drugs, how you look, you lose your look. Everyone's vain. They don't want to lose their look. The look is so important. And I think when they see these things, they may say, you know what, I'm going to take a pass. But there is big danger. Pam and I were talking about it before. A lot of people are taking fentanyl and not even knowing. They think they're doing something else, or maybe taking another drug, but at a much lower level. And they die. You can put on the pin, think of this, the head of a pin, fentanyl, and it's too much, and it will kill the strongest person in the room. And it's amazing, but we're going to do this campaign. It's going to be launched fairly soon, Susie. And I think it's going to have a big impact. I think if we got it down by another 30, 35 points,
that made me cold.
I really believe we can.
What the fuck did I do?
So I thank the President of Mexico. Actually, it was a call on tariffs, and we talked about drugs. And she gave me an idea that I think will be very successful. Okay. And based on what I saw, it's going to be amazing.
They wanted me to
Under our leadership, this department is once again laser focused on protecting the American people. We're defending our borders, our streets, our children, and our good, really God-given. This is God-given rights.
Bro, we scored 4 points in the third quarter.
We're going to defend our country, and we're going to defend our rights. Etched onto the walls of this building are the words English philosopher John Locke said, "Where law ends, tyranny begins." And I see that. And I
get
saw it
over
over
the
the
back.
last
That's
4
insane.
years when somebody was allowed to attack viciously with this department and the FBI. His political opponent. How did that work out? Didn't work out too well, but it wasn't pleasant. Wasn't pleasant. I was attacked by a political opponent.
No, I'm the stock market live. That's me, bro.
Probably it helped that I was attacked more than anybody in the history of our country. Alphonse Capone, the great Alphonse Capone, legendary. Scarface was attacked only a tiny fraction of what Trump was attacked. And maybe it worked out well. I don't know. If I had to give it up, I probably wouldn't, but only because I've gone through it. But I wonder what the difference would be. Maybe they helped get me elected by those margins, the big margins, the big mandate that we received. But you can't go after your political opponent. Nobody's ever seen anything like it, actually. And hopefully they won't see anything like it. But now with the return of law and order, the entire world is witnessing the triumph of American justice and American freedom. That's why we're here today, gathered with people that have love for our country. In the coming years, we will revive the storied legacy of this department, and it's happening right now. You can feel it. And rekindle the spirit of the great lawmen and legal lions of the past. Americans like Wyatt Earp, Elliot Ness, Frank Hammer, Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani had to suffer greatly.
I didn't even get anything.
Greatly.
Not one badge move.
In the history of our country,
nothing.
He had to suffer greatly.
It's a terrible game.
Ed Meese,
I have a guy who works at. Is he in here?
Robert Jackson,
the guy who works for 2K.
Robert
This
F.
game
Kennedy.
is terrible, bro.
We will rebuild pride in our institutions. We will restore the prestige.
I don't know, but this game is terrible.
We will bring back faith in our justice system for the citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. And I want to just tell you that this has been a great honor. I was asked to do it.
Get ready for COD. Fuck this shit.
I said, is it appropriate that I do it?
Why did I want to play it?
And then I realized
Why did I want
It's
to
not
play
only
it?
appropriate. I think it's really
Stupid-ass
important,
game.
and I may never
I can't
do it
believe
again.
Donald Trump is still
I may
talking.
never have another chance to do
This
it
is
again
amazing.
because this is something that I'm leaving to the greatest people
Matt,
I
and
know,
you
the
could-
best
this is
people, the
crazy.
smartest people.
This whole
the
time,
toughest
Donald Trump
people
is
I
just
know.
talking.
And they're going to do an incredible job. And it's an honor for me to have won this election so that I can appoint these people to do their job, and they're going to do it like you have never seen. So I just want to wish all of you good luck. It's going to be an interesting journey. Not going to be easy, but you're going to win. You're going to win, 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 and fight, fight, fight. And it's going to end up being a tremendous result for this country. So thank you all very much. God bless America. God bless you all. Thank you.
That was a long ass fucking speech, bro. Oh, man. That was great. And then 2K. I hate that. That was a long speech, was it not? Okay, now we could get full screen Call of Duty. I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, YouTube. You guys didn't have it? I think I just edited the Twitch. You guys were on full screen the whole time. That was 1 hour of talking. All right. Well, let's play. We could play 1 or 2. I'm tired, bro. I thought the game would make me calm down, but then it just pissed me off. 2K pissed me off more than the whole entire stock market. I hate 2K. I see why you deleted it, Jamar. Because this game is stupid. That's it. My gamer tag is stock market. Look, we already have people in here. So if you guys have played with me before, let's do 10 real quick, though. I want to play a pub game. So, if you're already here, just join up. I think, am I online? I forgot how to do this. Yeah, I'm online. All right, word. Joe Winters. That sounds familiar. I don't know who everybody is. That was a week ago. Full autonomy. Whoa. Oh shit. What's up, baby? I can actually hear you guys. Last time we didn't have any audio. Oh, well, welcome, my friend. Welcome. All right, add stock market live. I haven't got any friend requests. We're gonna run this for now. Let's play one game until mother effers get here. That's it, man. Just us from chat. Are you guys ready to fight or what? Dystopian's gonna run around with a knife. I don't know. Is it as effective in public game? Oh, you got a montage? I'm in the montage. Oh no. Oh no. That's funny as fuck. This is just a normal game. You don't need to adjust your loadout. For the private, you will. Hello. How are you, Habibi? Hello. Very good. How is Vegas? Is it good weather in Vegas? I kind of want to go to Vegas, but I've just been going to Miami. That's it. I like Vegas though, but dude, last time I was in Vegas was when I saw you. I think that's a random who said that. You probably don't fuck bitches, but it's okay. Don't step in my seat. No, that's every day, dog. Every day. I live I don't feel comfortable anymore. I'm not answering questions. I'm not saying anything about my location. Devious is waiting to join our party. I hate this guy. SC Tuntun. Who's SC Tuntun? Who's SC Tuntun? Present yourself in the chat, SC Tuntun. Yeah, this is like public. Oh, I need to change that 500 ammo.
Domination. Secure the objective. Secure and C. Zone C secure.
No one's over here, low key.
We lost B.
Grenade out.
Oh yeah, of course he comes up.
Got a hostile.
Who's this guy with the aim, bro?
Incoming flag.
Enemy CUAV inbound. Enemy UAV inbound.
Enemy on foot.
Take a Bravo underway. Take a B. Controlling Bravo. We're losing Charlie. Bravo is ours.
Why'd it get so quiet?
Target in the open. What's that? Did you say something?
Securing Alpha.
What the hell was that? Ramming Semtex.
TACOM, get a UAV in the air.
Oh yeah,
Clear
right.
it out.
Losing Bravo.
Enemy throwing shot.
TACOM, get a harp in the air.
Got them both.
Take it out. We got the lead. Now hold it.
Rest easy.
Take it in. All locations secured. Hold your position. We're losing Alpha. We've lost Alpha.
TACOM, requesting recon overhead.
Surveillance operation.
They're taking C. Losing B.
Here we go.
UAV MTL 50%. Check.
Confirming kill.
Aguinaldo calling in UAV. Turrets online. TACOM, we're flying on the fuse. UAV on the
Oh, I had it. I knew they were there. Fuck, I gave up my chopper.
Sam turret out.
Smart grenade.
UAV established above.
Enemy field upgrade.
Losing Bravo. Hostile UAV
Eyes
established
on hostile
overhead.
concussion.
And cannon prepping fire. And cannon
Starting
prepping
capture.
fire.
Oh,
Losing B.
it took me a while. I had to warm up a little bit, and then I started cooking on him.
B secured. Hostile RCXD in your AO.
Oh, I got eyes behind my head.
We're losing Charlie. Losing B.
RCXD rack.
Enemy RCXD detected. Securing Zone A.
What's that little lucky charm? Oh. I know, I don't like airline stocks. Me and Warren Buffett, not the biggest fans.
TACOM, launch a UAV.
Securing Alpha.
Place and stand to it.
Hostile shooter. Special delivery.
Securing Zone A.
Frag thrown.
Commence counter UAV operation. TACOM, launch a UAV. Losing Bravo.
Hostile confirmed. Assaulting through.
Take it out. They're taking C.
Oh, yeah, right.
Taking A. Securing Alpha.
Really? How you get diamond? The jeweler.
Stand to it out.
Got a hard work, dedication.
Securing B. Control of Bravo.
Watch my
Bravo zone secure.
TACOM, get a UAV in the air. TACOM, LDBR on my mark. That's a wrap.
Taking Alpha. Overtake's locked down. Dig in and hold.
Aguinaldo calling in UAV. Aguinaldo calling in a CUAV.
Lost A.
hostile
Hostile
spring mark.
RCXD in your AO.
Oh, that thing wasn't there.
Going undercover.
Bravo.
TACOM, launch a UAV.
Losing B.
Shot charge.
Now, why didn't you shoot that dude?
Finish line's in sight. Don't let up. Losing Bravo. Placing SAM turret.
I didn't put bullets in all of them? I think that's a lie. I don't know. I don't do good. I didn't do good at today.
That's right.
34 and 15, not bad, but I started off slow.
They don't stand a chance.
Oh no, I'm slow, bro, right now. I feel high. All the sickness. My name is Stock Market Live. We'll play it once we get. I don't know who's gonna join up. We got that. If we have less than 10, we'll do this. We'll do public. Otherwise, we can run. Who's G like that? Oh, that's you. G like that. Who's the other guy? Who's SC Tun Tun? SC Tun Tun. Lip Bhutan. Alright, well, join up. He's gonna run another one. I'm gonna go pee. Bro, I'm dead. Hubs. I'm just sitting there like, dude, usually I'm like loud when I go pee. Like I yell and scream. I'm just like sitting there contemplating life. I'm like, why do I feel this way? This is weird.
Team deathmatch. Weapons free, people. Make the payment.
Fucking smoke grenade.
Incoming septics.
Lead down. You've fallen behind.
Okay, we're getting cracked.
Enemy grenade.
Come on, you're losing this fight. It's working. We've lost the advantage.
Oh, yeah, right. That guy just no-scoped me?
Enemy UAV inbound.
Patching myself up.
Enemy UAV inbound. Hostile UAV established overhead. Nice. Fall ahead.
Shock charge. Shut down.
Oh, I'm hostage. Get the motherfucker. There'll be one from the left, too.
Firing blast trap.
Are you on my back, bro?
Watch out! Grenade!
Oh, come on. Don't open that door. Someone's out there.
Thought I might see you here.
What? Why did the fucking... What?
Sleeper agent activated.
Enemy UAV inbound.
Turret online.
Crimson agent KIA.
LDPR incoming.
Oh yeah, I should have got warmed up with process.
Net call. Enemy watchdog below inbound.
Right there, everywhere I go.
Damn it, we've lost the lead.
Clean shot.
We've taken control.
Oh yeah, they just got mowed the fuck down. Bring a friend. Buy one, get one, right there, bro. Oh. Yeah, you saw that, bro. Everybody got a piece.
UAV fuel check. Okay.
We have the edge, but don't get cocky. This shit ain't over.
Oh, we're winning. That's how you turn momentum right there. Oh, I should have had head up. No, we gotta win this. Let's go. 5 more. Oh, that was it.
This fight.
2 more.
Sensor to its 5.
Let's go. Wow.
Hang on. Let me call
Yeah, 18 and 13, but I gave you them. I got like 6 in a row right there. That has to be the top play, bro. I mowed him down. Yeah, look at that. That was a lawnmower.
Enemy drop.
This is literally why you have a light machine gun for this purpose, right there. Oh, another one popped out. Thank you. The long term is more important. Hey, we have 10. I'll do one more until someone else joins, but that's it. Okay, you ruined it. All right, who's gonna join up? If you added me, you have to tell me who your name is. Oh wait, now we have 10. of fire. Your Lord Uruguay. Oh, I know Canadian packs. Who's G like that 420? Oh, you're SC Tun Tun? I was saying who's SC Tun Tun. I already accepted G like that. Oh, we have too many people now? Okay, private match. We'll do one more. You have to make a new loadout. Remember they fucking tricked me with that. Who's Focus 83? They just updated. I got you, G. I added you. Who's Focus? Focus. I don't even know. How do you even change the guy? My guy's not even like, I don't even have him. Let's play on the boat. I don't remember the boat. We just play on the boat. All right, you guys ready? Did you make your loadout? And then I don't know who Focus is. Sorry, Focus. If I added you, you gotta join up. Otherwise, game time. This is kind of like Nuketown, isn't it? We're just on a boat. What is this outfit?
Hardpoint. Go time. Capture the objective.
Bingo.
Hardpoint.
That's a hard guy.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Coming grenade.
Contacts down.
Eyes on the
Stun inbound.
Oh, this dope. Is that a baseball bat?
Hostile shock spotted.
Yeah, bro, this map is
One eye. What's your fucking excuse?
Hardpoint is in. Hardpoint set. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hostile counter UAV established above. Hostile UAV established overhead.
Tango eliminated. Semtex, front! in the air.
UAV is touching the red.
Fucking blind.
Oh, yeah, right. You're lucky I missed that first shot.
UAV flight continues on my mark. Mark.
Hostiles have a field upgrade.
Incoming grenade.
Enemy shot.
Hardpoint active.
Priority target applied.
Enemy down.
Hardpoint
Check
locked
your
down.
fire.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Hostile using tactical.
Okay.
I'm killed. Getting
Losing game again.
percussion grenade.
Oh, of course I get killed by dystopian. All the bullets in the world don't stop a stick.
Hostile grenade.
Oh yeah, line them up. Yeah, you're lucky you had grenades. Look at that. Come on.
Hardpoint identified.
Hostile eliminated.
Am I the only one fighting back here? Because this feels like an army.
Hardpoint set.
Frag. Eyes on hostile Semtex. Eyes on field upgrade.
Jeez, bro.
Inbound. Enemy UAV inbound.
Ring mine spotted.
You gotta get the fuck out of here, bro.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
I am requesting UAV test.
UAV returned. We have eyes on.
Percussion grenade.
Get him.
Hardpoint active.
UAV FTL 50%.
Oh, I thought I had it.
Hardpoint locked down.
I've heard of Helldiver, but I never played it. The chat tried to. Oh, yeah, right.
Goodbye.
Heads up, front.
Oh,
Hardpoint identified.
okay, I'm just getting
Enemy
tossed.
scout pulse detected. Hardpoint detected. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Semtex, run.
Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Oh.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Hostile shooter. Hostile down.
Enemy with Semtex.
Oh, that didn't blow no one up.
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint locked down.
Hostile grenade.
The hardpoint. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point set. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point.
On my mount. Mark.
You're planning on giving up. Do it now. If not,
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Hostiles have a field upgrade. Bingo! That's a hostile. Bingo.
Hard point located. Hard point active. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Archangel destroyed.
Damn it, they must have hacked our comms.
I told you, 50 kills.
Pull back. The battle is
not
over.
bad.
We've lost. Eyes on field upgrade. Hostile using tactical.
Well, Caledonia. I gotta go, man. I'm dead. I'm sleeping. I gotta chill, bro. What a week. We still had a fun time. We did amazing. God willing, we have another one, baby. So, Chad, enjoy it. I'm a rest, man. I feel great, bro. I feel great and terrible at the same time. That contradiction, that cross, you know, physically. I got, you know, the body just doing body things, but dog, are you kidding me? So, Caledonia, God bless you. Enjoy your weekend. I didn't even ask you, what are you guys going to do this weekend? Hold on, fuck that. Before I go, what's the plan? No. We didn't even, we got distracted by Donald Trump. Yeah, wait, what's the plan for the weekend? What are you guys going to do? What should I do besides sleep? Is it St. Patrick's Day? You're going to what? I didn't know it was Monday. You're going to do what to your whip? A new starter. Oh, are you from Jersey or Boston? Ah, Jersey or Boston. You had the starter. Man, what car is it? Do you know how to actually do it? Are you like, do you know how to do that shit? That's good, man. You can do your own work on your car, too. That's hype. Is it safe to say that you're wicked smart? Huh? You're wicked smart, huh? I love it. I love it, baby. What else we got? You're going to get blackout drunk per family tradition? I'll rebuke you. For 70 degrees here in Chicago. Ooh, bro, I need to go to Chicago. That's where I'm going. We're going to Chi-Town. Now that I got a mobile setup, I'm going to go to Chicago for a week. See, that's what I was saying. Remember the other day when I told you that tweeter and they got mad and they made it about the Constitution when I said rule of thumb, you generally don't go to places and talk shit about foreign places that you go to. That'd be like so, and they're like the Constitution. So like, the Constitution says you could go to O Block and film a video. But should you do that? Probably not. You see, so Chicago could prove a lot of these examples. Stay in little village, devil sign, devil sign. What is that? I don't know if you're trying to set me up or even if it's a good advice. Why do you have to put the little devil emoji by this recommend? Stay, devil emoji, devil emoji. Stay, okay. I don't even know. Come to Canada. I'm going to have to tariff you if I do come. Are you guys going to pay me to come? Is that, I don't know, seriously though. Will they pay for my hotel room? Because I don't, saying I didn't, as somebody who does the Pledge of Allegiance every morning, you guys really offended me with your little booing of the national anthem. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Canada. I've always wanted to go to Canada, bro. I've always wanted to go to Toronto. Toronto. Yeah, so I just wanted to know what the weekend plans, but I am getting off. I'm dead, man. So you guys enjoy your weekend. Thank you for being here. Let's have a good one. And remember, it's all pointless without a long term. And without the veterans, you wouldn't be here. So enjoy it, baby. And above all else, there's a bigger reason. As you're stuck in this body, it's bigger than that. Go look at the ocean. Go look at the sky. Why do you always want more? Why do you desire change? I could keep going. I'm just saying, clearly there's more. And you know the reason why, baby. Why, baby? Why? Finger to the sky, baby. To God be the glory, and through the grace of God alone. Amen. Amen. You too, bro. Have a good one. I'll catch up with y'all, and peace. Yeah. Hey, dude, I'm dead. I'm not even with ice cream. Have a good weekend. Enjoy. Goodbye. Goodbye. Good weekend. We'll call it the Trump end. Never mind, I'll never end.